agrees.
South Shore Line and by Strack and Van Til, making lives easier for 95 years.
Good morning.
I'm Andrew Garcia, and this is your 219 News Now. The Michigan City Police Department is investigating a body found near the 700 block of Indiana State Road 212, according to a statement posted on the department's Facebook page. Officers arrived at the scene to find one person dead at around 3:14 p.m., according to the Facebook post. The Michigan City Police Department's investigative division has been summoned to the scene, along with the LaPorte County Coroner's Office, the statement reads. At this time, there is no known threat to public safety. Additional updates will be provided as available. The Lake County Public Library Foundation will host an evening of Blues and Brews from 6 to 8 p.m. on November 6th at the Lake County Public Library in Maryville. Kenny Kinsey and Ryan Fram will play live blues music at the rare opportunity to legally imbibe in a public library, which requires a special one-time permit. Tom Lodge's Record Bin in Hobart, whose owner serves on the Lake County Public Library Foundation Board, is sponsoring the fundraiser for the Lake County Public Library system. Funds will go toward the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, which supplies free books to children from birth until age 5. Congressman Frank Mervan is hosting 2 town hall-style events Saturday in Lake County to listen to the needs of region residents and update them on what he's accomplished on their behalf in the U.S. House. The free events featuring the Highland Democrat are scheduled for 1 to 2 p.m. Saturday in the auditorium at the Lake County Government Center and 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. Saturday at Cal College. I look forward to providing an update on the 119th Congress and hearing directly from constituents about any issues that are impacting the quality of life in Northwest Indiana, he said. And in sports, after a 56-6 win over UCLA, Indiana will now turn its attention to Maryland. The Hoosiers are looking to climb to a 9-0 mark, and while the trip to College Park can be a tough one, the voice of IU, Don Fisher, is confident that Indiana will be prepared and grounded after a big win in its previous contest.
But they're only averaging just barely over 100 yards a game rushing the football. Their strength has been their passing game this year, and they do have great skill players. They're very fast, they're very athletic. They've got that kind of football player. I just don't think that they're running the ball as effectively as they normally do. And I don't know if their defensive side of the football is great. I know it's decent. You have skill on both sides of the football. I think Maryland's dangerous. I think they've had a week to prepare, a week to kind of get things straightened out, try to get them back on the winning track, so to speak. But I don't see anything stopping Indiana right now.
To read up on more local news and headlines, visit jedtv.com and nwi.com. I'm Andrew Garcia, and this has been your 219 News Now.
Good morning, everyone. We're going to do a little bit of traffic and weather before we get them started. Your guys' mics are off, so you guys are fine. I'm going to turn them back on when I finish the traffic and weather. So let's see here. If my camera would stop moving, that'd be fabulous. There we go. Nope, maybe not. Cool. All right. Well, I'll just keep an eye on that. Good morning, everyone. It is, you can see my camera's going away from me. It is Tuesday, October 28th, 6:05 a.m. You're listening to That's What They Said on WJLB 1230 a.m. 104.7 FM in Hammond, Indiana. And you're also watching live on YouTube. Good morning. So let's get started with some traffic and weather, if I can pull it up really quickly. Let's see here. And we need to turn on some mics, so let's do that while we wait. Okay, so traffic right now in the Northwest region is actually looking pretty good. We are not seeing any traffic on 80 going east or west, but we do have some road work on the Bishop Ford, right there at 94 East at Illinois 83, Sibley Boulevard, exit 71. So we are seeing some traffic over there. That might start off some traffic. There's no traffic right now. Dan Ryan's looking pretty good. Actually, the entirety of Chicago's looking pretty good. Chicago Skyways, Lakeshore Drive, 94 going east and west, Stevenson Expressway going north and south, Eisenhower going east and west is all looking pretty good. So no traffic in Chicago or the region right now. But I remember I did get an update from one of our listeners, so I'll pull that up really quickly. And let's take a look at weather while we do that. Let's see here. Currently, right now, it is 49 degrees. Today, we're going to see highs of 58 degrees with cloudy temperatures. On Wednesday, sunny, partly cloudy with highs of 54 degrees and lows of 49 degrees. And then Thursday, same thing, partly cloudy with highs of 45 degrees and lows of 47 degrees. This morning, we got a message from our very own Paul Goddard. He said, "Good morning. There is still an issue this hour on 65, I-65 northbound at the 254 crash with lane blockage that is between US 30 and 61st Avenue at the 254 mile marker on 65 northbound. In the construction, vehicle hit a guardrail, bending it and forcing it into the lanes of travel. At least hit three cars and then hit it and other debris on the roadway. Multiple cars are disabled and pulled over. ISP have lane shut down and the contractor is going to be in route to cut the guardrail. Unknown how long this will take to clear up. Expect delays for your morning commute." So that is all for your traffic and weather. So now let's get into the show. That's what they said.
Good morning, Adrianna. Good morning, Michelle Quinn. This is That's What They Said on WJOB AM 1230, 104.7 FM. I'm Verlie Suggs, and today we have a special guest with us, none other than Caravan the Seal.
Oh, let me turn on their microphone.
Uh-oh. We don't have Caravan the Seals. See, everyone's talking about these inflatables, but we have our own seal. She's not inflatable, but she definitely
I'm sure we'll get the cracks online that I'm inflatable, And I'm sure the mask is an improvement and blah blah blah, so go ahead, guys.
So, Michelle,
Yes.
are we going to be looking at the mask the whole show?
No.
Are we going to?
No.
All right, but we do want to introduce that because, you were accused of being a seal.
I'm a seal.
So,
I'm a seal.
So you had to definitely show, rather than see a meme online depicting you as a seal, you brought your own.
I am.
You got ahead of the
giving you-
game.
I am giving you. I mean, who knows? It might already be out there, but there you go. There's your inspiration.
Hey, you know what? I love that. I love not letting somebody else lead where we go.
Nah.
Just jump ahead. Cut them off at the pass. Isn't that what they used to do in the Old West?
Something like that.
So, good morning, ladies. I mean, it's been a busy week, of course. We still have what day of the shutdown?
28. Today is 28, I think.
That they're still blaming it on the Democrats for some reason.
The new one. Did you guys hear Johnson yesterday? They're saying it's the Republicans. We don't have the power to do this.
They have the White House. Mm-hmm. They have the House of Congress. They have the Senate.
Yeah.
They have the Supreme Court.
Right.
They're in control, but they want to blame the underdogs,
right.
the Democrats, for what's going on.
It's interesting. You look at the history of government shutdowns and who's been in power each time of like House, Senate, White House.
Gee.
It's very interesting to see.
How has that gone? Please tell us.
If I can find the
we'll find Donald Trump's quote when the Democrats were in charge and there was a shutdown, and he said, "Stop the buck." Does the buck stop at the top?
Yeah.
Right.
So out of the 5 government shutdowns that we've had, and it could, as correlation, causation, however we want to put it, 1995, Democrats were in the White House, but Senate and House were run by Republicans.
What?
In 2013, it was Democrats that were in the White House and the Senate, but Republicans were in the House.
No.
And for the third one, in 1995 to 1996, this is also going by how long these
Okay.
shutdowns were.
Uh-huh.
Democrats were in the House, but Republicans were in the Senate and the House. And then in 2025, which is still ongoing, Republicans controlled House, Senate, and White House. And then in 2018 through 2019, which was just, it wasn't a whole year, it was just the continuation of from one year to the other. Same thing, they controlled the White House, Senate, and the House.
So this narrative of blaming the Democrats for something that the White House, the Senate, the House of Congress, they all are in control, but they want to blame the Democrats.
Yeah.
And they want to keep saying that narrative so that the
People will
minions
believe it.
the minions that are so taken in by this leadership will continue to believe the lies.
And it's just because that they won't provide the I believe it's 6 votes that they need for it to pass the continuation. But like we said in previous shows, that even if they do pass this clean CR, we still have another deadline for a government shutdown, because that CR was due on November 21st.
Right.
But also from there, that they're like, well, 6 Democrats won't pass the vote, so it's the Democrats' fault. Why don't you try to get those 6 Democrats on your side?
No, why don't you any Democrats that go over to their side, shame on them. Shame on them. Because this is what's looming and so important to this country in regard to health care and people who have to buy it on the open market.
They see it's an obvious issue, but it's like, the point is that there's 6 people that you have to get on your side, but those 6 people won't even go to your side. That's how they know there's a clear issue, because out of however many we have in the...
Well, Fetterman's already...
yeah.
Fetterman will go.
Right.
But it's 6 people that you have to convince, and you're not convincing 6 people. There's an issue. Because of 6 people you can't convince out of however many, there's a big issue as to why they won't do it.
Well, right, and there's another thing too, and I was bringing this up to somebody, and I was an argument actually on Mervan's page, because I had made the point that, hey, you guys control everything, and you're not getting it done, and you need 60 votes. No, because you could go nuclear and do it with 51, but they won't.
Right.
So,
and it's amazing that they get on Mervan's page and they start, Congressman
Chirping.
Mervan,
Yeah.
and saying, bring the government back up. They're blaming him when it's not he who is in control of that.
yeah.
And if health care isn't important to the people who have to go out and buy it on the open market, a lot of self-employed people count on those credits.
Uh-huh.
And if those credits no longer exist, well, yeah, you waved your hand. So that just shows that you're one of them.
Yeah, I'm boned.
I mean,
When it
Adrianna,
goes-
you're still under your parents' insurance, but it's
No, I'm not.
You're not.
No.
Aren't you? You're not. You can be under there until you're 26.
Well, because when you change jobs and everything, sometimes the insurance is going to be better. Now I think the open enrollment because I was always on my mom's insurance, but she switched jobs, so now the insurance doesn't kick in for a while, and if it does, it's not really good insurance,
Right.
as what it previously once was. So I had my own insurance here when I was full time during the summer, but since I wasn't full time, my insurance here probably ends at the end, I believe, November. So I had to, as when my dad's job got open enrollment, I was like, hey, can I be put on yours so I can have health insurance?
Right.
But even then, with the open enrollments happening, you're going to see the prices are insane.
Yeah.
Prices are insane, but they're not as insane as
Right.
if
What
you
they
have to
could
go out there on your own and get insurance.
Yes.
Right.
So you still are going to be
I
under
s-
your parents' insurance.
Hopefully, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I was supposed to get it till 26, but you never know, it could change.
Well, no, they haven't changed it yet, so hopefully they don't lower that. It used to
I
be
hope not.
21.
Yeah, I hope not. I would like health
Right.
insurance.
And
It's
when
expensive.
right, and when everybody else's when that insurance goes up, what makes you think that the insurance for employers That's not going to go up too?
Of course it will.
Yeah, guess
So
what?
they're going to start making the employees pay more.
Either pay more or we're going to drop it at all, and you guys go out and get your own.
Medicare for all.
Well.
Universal health care for
Yeah.
all. One carrier. Can become Canada.
But
We're not talking to
it's-
Canada anymore, though.
No, but Verlie.
All
then
because
we'll-
of a commercial.
Then we'll never get in to see our doctors, and we won't have choice, and
Because Obama lied.
yes,
They said you could keep your own insurance. They had such a fit over that when he had no control over the insurance companies that refused to let you keep them. But they want to blame him for that, but they don't see this huge looming picture.
allegedly though. I guess the Republicans now are working on a plan. They're working on their own plan now.
Their own health
They've
plan.
been working on a
Yes.
plan for how long?
I know.
The same
I know.
one that Donald Trump promised his first term.
Hey, we can cross our fingers and see what they come up with.
And we can also invite our
They have
listeners,
concepts of a
if
plan.
they have a plan.
They don't have
to
a plan.
call in.
They have concepts of a plan.
Well, yes, that's true, but I'm sure they're working hard on them.
I think that's one thing with the government shutdown. If they had a plan and they presented a plan, I don't think we'd be this. It wouldn't be this dramatic of what we're making it. That's what it says. It's all theatrical. It's all dramaticism. If there was an actual plan that was presented, I don't think we'd be this. I don't want to say dramatic shouldn't be the right word. It wouldn't be the serious of an issue if there was a plan presented.
If there was a plan, we wouldn't be in a shutdown right now. Because the Democrats would look at the plan, and if it was a good plan, they would support it.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Or at
I
least
hate our
not-
conversation always being about the Republicans and the Democrats and the left and the right. It's about what's best for the country.
Yeah.
And right now, what's going on is not what's best for the country. However, what is out there could even be even worse. And that's what we have to take into account. The end of this month, SNAP benefits may
Yep.
possibly not exist.
But no, they don't exist.
Well, I'm
It's-
saying if
yeah.
they go back,
Yeah,
between
that's-
now and then.
Yeah.
But yeah, they won't exist. And they think that they're hurting one party over the other, but they don't realize there's just as many people on the right who are beneficiaries
There's
of
more.
SNAP.
Do you think they're gonna? Do you think that the government will say, "Oh, well, we finally found the funds to do it," even though it's the USDA that has to release it? Correct?
They do have something. They do have a contingency, but they won't release it.
Do you think that they'll release it like on November 1st, and then Trump will take credit? I say SNAP benefits.
Well,
Do you
I
think
hope-
that'll happen?
I hope it does. I really don't have a problem with him taking credit for something if it saves millions of people from not having food on the table. So yeah, if he needs to take, if his ego needs for him to take credit, by all means, give it to him. I'm concerned about the people who will lose their benefits.
I feel if that does happen, then people, yes, they were freaking out, as they should. They were freaking out, but you cause them all that kind of emotional distress. Do they get $230 million from him?
I think he likes the drama. He likes to keep people on
The
the edge.
theatrics?
Yes, most definitely.
Well, yeah, and we see how much he loves. I don't know if you guys watched the Daily Show last night, but
No.
the whole bit was, or Jon Stewart's whole bit was, how he's over in Malaysia dancing to the Hawaii 5-0. He gets off the plane and he's dancing with the Malaysians to Hawaii 5-0. Doing his
At least he didn't fall up or down the steps.
right, which is good. But the proposition was, hey, let's make him our out of the country president. We can send him off and let him go dance and be this, do what he wants to do, because this is what he wants to do. Any president traveling during a shutdown. Come on now, people. But no,
Well, that's
okay.
not the worst of it, Michelle. Of
I know.
course, the ballroom during
Well-
the shutdown is probably even more egregious.
Yeah.
But
And that's his main priority,
Right.
according to his.
According to, Barbie.
Well, you have to be careful what you say because there are people who have actually put a price on her head, and we definitely don't want that out there. Yeah.
No. Hey, so I've got something, and I have to eat crow, everyone.
Uh-oh. I've done it before, Michelle. It doesn't taste good. So go ahead.
So remember what I'll preface this by saying beware the absolute. Because remember last week when I said not all but always in talking about, the people being Nazis and, all this stuff. Well, so are you paying attention to what's going on in Maine?
Yes.
Okay, so they had this guy that was supposed to be the everyman, and he's gonna, take on Susan Collins, and it looked great. This Grant Plattner guy, right? Until someone found, he was doing some YouTubes or Reddits or whatever, but they caught him, and he's got a tat on his chest it was a skull tat, but it's the Totenkopf, which is a German skull that the SS used to wear as an insignia. Now, at first I had trouble. I was like, when I saw it, it's a Totenkopf. So I'm looking it up, and it's like, wait, what's the difference? Why these look like skulls to me? Mm-hmm. Until my boss finally, she sent me the replica. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's why it's an issue.
Oh, okay. Well, it's the way it looked. There's a specific design to it. Okay. So then he's like, oh, okay. Well, I'll just get it covered up. Well, the cover up wasn't much better.
He said he's going to remove it.
Well, no, he covered it up.
Right, but he said he'll remove the tattoo. So maybe he's going to do laser.
Well, but then, okay, we're going to cover it up. But then you see that he's also got 1919 tattooed on him, which stands for SS, which, and he knew it was a problem. Mm-hmm. And so now it's like, God, how embarrassing.
But, okay, he didn't specifically get the tattoo to have a Nazi swastika. He got it for something else, and it has the resemblance. There are those people who actually get it because of the significance of that Nazi
you couldn't
symbol.
You couldn't pick another skull?
There
was no other skulls in this world. Yeah. You could go on to Google and look at all of the skulls and art. That's what you choose?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Come on now.
It was a poor choice. He did it 20 years ago. I'm giving him a pass because of the fact that he wants to clear it up. Unlike those who have stood their ground in their Nazi talk and given the excuse of being young.
No, but I can't. You are a better person than I am because he knew it was a problem. And he's only covering it up now because someone said something.
He got it when he was a Marine, so he served the country.
Uh-huh.
He was in Croatia.
Mm-hmm.
And he was drinking.
You could get killed for having that over there, but Croatia, they were pretty heavily Nazi back then, so maybe not in Croatia. But come on.
Yeah.
He knew.
He said he underwent physical exams by the U.S. Army, which prohibits tattoos identified as hate symbols, and he passed muster.
I don't know what that says, but
I'm trying to give him a pass because I don't think that he hates Jews or that he got that tattoo because of that. I think he made a foolish choice 20 years ago, and he's gonna get it removed. And
20 years ahead, when people have crabbed about it.
Yeah, Michelle, you can eat your crow.
I have to.
You can enjoy every bite of it. I'm trying to give the guy a little grace.
No, I think that sets a bad precedent, but That is why we are adults and we can agree to disagree.
Most definitely.
So
You can't say that all people on the left think alike,
no,
unlike those on the right.
right. That's true. But anyway, so that is my crow. That is my crow.
Okay.
It is not tasty.
It's
And
never
I don't,
tasty.
And I don't love the idea either, although I love Janet Mills. I think she's fantastic, but she's also how old? And we're trying to get away from that, and I'm conflicted. I just want, concerned Susan out.
Okay.
That's all.
Susan Collins.
Get concerned Susan out.
All right.
So anyway.
Well, Adrianna, what are your thoughts on this?
I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle. It's not good that you got that, but then also I don't know if there had to be some logic. I know there's always you got a tattoo, drunk, high, whatever. But if that has to be like some deep dive digging to get a certain propaganda of that sort that people don't
Sure.
know what it is at first.
Sure.
So
Well, I didn't. That doesn't mean other people
yeah,
didn't.
okay,
So
fair enough. But I didn't know what it was either. I thought you were gonna tell me a whole
A swastika or
something that it's like. I don't know if you ever watched Grey's Anatomy, and it's very earlier seasons where one guy did not want to be treated because of that. But yeah, I don't know. I want to be able to say it was a mistake, they're going to get it removed. But if it's been 20 years and you know it was bad and you didn't get it removed.
he told his people, yeah, this might be a problem.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, it might?
If it's been well over 2 decades and you didn't get it removed and you know it's an issue, I don't know.
So has he actually been flaunting this tattoo, or
Has he been
old
keeping it covered?
pictures?
Well,
And
there was
people brought up these old pictures where it was visible.
Right.
Yeah.
It's sort of like finding these people who did blackface back in college. I mean,
Right.
we got rid of a councilman in Maryville over that.
Yeah.
You think you can hide from it, but if you
Well,
actually
okay,
did it,
got rid of. He got voted out.
well, that's how we got rid of it.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's how you get rid of people.
That's how it's going.
right.
That's exactly how you get rid of them.
Well, unless the council decides to,
They didn't censure him. They
No.
didn't do any of that.
No.
But we got rid of him by him not getting reelected.
Right.
Okay. So he didn't get a pass. And he had the opportunity to actually come on the radio and explain it. And we gave him that opportunity. He chickened out. And so the fallout was he ended up losing his election.
Right.
This guy will possibly lose his election because of this tattoo.
Yeah.
So we will see if people are unforgiving, such as yourself.
Right. I
Then
don't know.
he will probably not get elected.
I would hope that he would have the. I mean, what did we yell at Al Franken for? Al Franken was, had to resign because of, whatever. We chased Al Franken out for less things than, we've got going on in the White House now and downstate because, well, anyway. If I think he should drop out. But,
And
people's
we'll
egos.
see. He might. The fallout might be too severe to, manage.
Yeah.
So, Adrianna, we want to take a break?
Yep, we're going to take a break. It's
And then
about
we're going
to
to come back?
6:30.
Sure.
All right.
Most definitely.
Yep, so it is October 28th. Actually, before we take a break, got to give a little shout out. I think he might be driving on his way home. It is my brother's birthday.
Yay!
He
Happy
is
birthday.
25 years old. He is a quarter of a century.
Quarter
Wow.
life crisis, just
Yes.
like John Mayer
I
said.
told him that he is speed limit age.
Well,
He's getting there.
Let's get his full name out there.
So, his full name is Alexander Alvarez, but we call him AJ because his
Okay.
middle initial is Jordan.
Excellent.
So, AJ, happy birthday! I told him
Happy
this
birthday,
morning.
AJ.
He told me he was still at work, so he was like, "Thank you," but we're gonna celebrate tomorrow because tomorrow everybody's not working.
Excellent.
But yes, he is 25 years old. So I'm just like, oh my goodness,
Wow.
you're so old.
Is it just the two of you?
Yes, it is just me and my brother.
So how has he been as a big brother?
He's been great. Of course, you're always gonna have fights with your siblings, but
Oh, yeah.
as we got older, definitely he's been the best big brother because he takes care of me and anything that I need, and he does that because he'll tell me, he's like, hey, do you want to go get food? I'm hungry, and then he's like, okay, I'll come with you. So he always makes sure that I eat, and when I moved into the dorms, he always made sure, like, do you need groceries? Do you need this? Do you need that? Like, tell me what you need. I got you. And I'm like, you're all good, but thank you. I appreciate you. But he always looks out for me, make sure that if I go out with my friends, I'm always safe and all that stuff. So he's
very
definitely
good.
a great big
Excellent.
Well, happy 25th birthday,
Yep.
AJ.
Yes. Go, AJ.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we're going to take a break. It's Tuesday, October 28th, 6:31 a.m. You're listening to That's What They Said on WJOB. We will be right back after this break.
Cool.
Don't miss out on the unmatched consistency of a Schneider driving job. At Schneider, you can find a driving position that fits your lifestyle and goals, all while getting the pay you deserve. Plus, Schneider drivers operate state-of-the-art, well-maintained equipment and have access to award-winning benefits and a 24/7 support team. Explore Schneider's huge selection of driving jobs today and find your perfect fit at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Hard Rock Casino Northern Indiana wants to make you a winner every Friday in October with our $500K Double Down giveaway. Earn entries each week to boost your chance of winning a guaranteed $50,000. Then you can choose to walk away or risk half for a shot at $100,000 in cash. Do you dare to double down? Only at Hard Rock Casino Northern Indiana, just off Exit 6, I-80 94. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Life's biggest challenges don't come with a warning. When legal issues arise, whether it's a car accident, personal injury, criminal charge, or representing you before municipal boards, you need a trusted advocate on your side. At Westland & Bennett, we listen first because your story matters. We provide strategic, personalized legal solutions to protect your rights, your freedom, and your future. Peace of mind starts with a conversation. Call 219-440-7550 today for a free consultation.
Tech Credit Union supports the essential role of union labor in building strong communities. That's why we offer hassle-free banking, financial empowerment, and a commitment to your success. Save for the future, handle life's challenges, and trust a partner that stands by hardworking union members. Tech Credit Union, the better option for you and your money. Visit techcu.org or call 800-276-8324. Tech Credit Union, supporting union families every step of the way.
But it's time. You gotta catch up with me.
Yeah. I'll catch up with you. I'll be right back, man.
I'll see you in a minute.
Anything else? Yeah.
Well, what's up, boy? Hey, Ryan. Not tonight, man. Not tonight. Oh, yeah. You guys are right. Hey, come on. Let's go. Come in.
I know, which...
Ready?
And good morning. Welcome back to That's What They Said here on WJOB AM 1230 104.7 FM Hammond, Indiana. I'm Verlie Suggs. My co-hosts are Michelle Quinn and Adrianna Alvarez. And of course, Adrianna is going to take us right to weather and traffic with a quick update.
So let's take a look at that really quickly. Oop, there we go. Okay, so let's take a look at traffic in the Northwest region. Traffic is actually, we got a little bit of traffic here. We have an earlier accident on I-65 North before 61st Avenue, exit 255. I believe that's what Paul Goddard sent in, that we're going to have a bit of traffic over there. So that earlier accident that was reported at 4 a.m. updated about 10 minutes ago. Expect delays up to 10 minutes long. Let's see here. Klein Avenue going north and south, always going to have just a little bit of traffic. 80 going east and west is looking good. 90 going east and west is looking good. Skyways looking good. Lakeshore Drive's looking good. We're going to have a little bit of traffic right there on the connector of the Dan Ryan and the Bishop Ford. Let's see here. We do got a little bit of traffic on the Stevenson Expressway going north because of an earlier accident on the Stevenson I-55 North before Pulaski, I believe. Let's see here. Pulaski Road, exit 287. That was updated about 11 minutes ago. Expect delays up to 20 minutes long. Let's see here. We also have an accident on the right lane blocked on the Tri-State I-294 North at Franklin Avenue. That was reported at 6:25 a.m. 64 going east and west is actually looking pretty good. A little bit of traffic here and there, but nothing too bad. Let's see here. So that's all for your traffic. Let's take a look at our weather for today. So currently right now at the Strack and Van Til Studios, it is 41 degrees. Today we are seeing highs of 58 degrees and lows of 43 degrees. Some sun and then some clouds for a breezy day. And then at nighttime, breezy and cloudy, then with some clearing later on in the nighttime. On Wednesday, highs of 57 degrees, lows of 45 degrees, partly sunny and windy, and partly cloudy and windy in the nighttime. Thursday, highs of 54 degrees, lows of 40 degrees, windy with periods of sun becoming clear in the nighttime. So we are finally in the fall weather, ladies. Woo!
Well, hopefully it stays this mild for Halloween.
Yes.
And,
yeah.
you know,
it's
not
supposed
any
to.
cold.
Well, on Friday, it's looking to be 55 degrees as
Okay,
the high.
not
as
terrible.
39 as the low. No rain until Saturday.
Okay.
Perfect.
That's all you need, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
You never know.
I'm waiting for the kids. You know, that's like one of my favorite holidays. I love
What are they dressing up
giving
as?
away. I'm not dressing. I'm waiting for kids to come to my house.
Okay.
So it's like I bought the full-size candy bars, and I got tons of the other candy.
Oh, see, now I'm
you're the
becoming your house.
I'm like one
nice.
of these people that just get so into it with kids coming for trick-or-treating.
Excellent.
So,
we
yeah.
did the trunk or treat. Did you guys see what our costume was?
I saw a picture of you
No.
that Trucker Mike posted. Well, he sent it to me, rather.
Okay, let me pull up that picture.
Okay.
We went so I don't know if you heard the story of Joe's modeling thing.
No, tell us about it.
Okay. So on last Wednesday, I think, because this has been a story we all been they've been teasing him about. I was just like, bro, you got a modeling gig, and also you got paid pretty well for it.
Is this Joe Semino?
Yep.
Okay.
Our very own Joe Semino. He got a modeling gig, and he sent Matt and I a picture. And he was like, because they had to put him in costume, but basically wardrobe with the makeup and hair and all that. But for his wardrobe, he was like, why did they dress me as Jed? Because he had the quarter zip with the collared shirt
They
underneath.
dressed him as Jed.
And jeans.
Oh, that is too funny.
So we started laughing, and we were just like, yeah, you do look like him. So because of that, he got the idea that we should all go
As Jed.
dressed as Jed.
And that I support that.
All right,
idea.
so this
So,
picture is
here is
tiny.
the
We got to
picture.
see it.
I got it right here. I just emailed it to myself. I gotta
Okay, so we can
put
get it the full
this
size of
here.
the
Yep.
screen.
So
Great.
the best part is I'll point out what we did here. So this is us. We took his coffee mugs from here. Well, I took a coffee mug from here. They brought their own, and I took a clean one. I found the clean one, luckily.
Oh, you found the clean
Excellent.
one. I was
Good.
going to say you
So-
probably still need to wash it.
Yep. So we're all dressed with the collared shirt.
That is funny because I thought you said you were going to be this character from the
I
anime.
was,
and then I saw you, and I said, "Oh, what did she wear?"
I dressed as Jed.
Too funny.
Because he had the modeling thing.
You got the jeans.
We got the jeans. We have the coffee mug, and you guys, we got the headsets on, but you guys can't see.
But your collar's on the outside. Is the collar supposed to be on the inside, like Joe?
Yeah, like, either way, yeah. But then also, you guys can't see. We stole his seat cushions too. We were using them. But the best part was, so Jim came to the trunk or treat because I was telling him on Thursday.
Did he get it? Did it occur to him?
Well, I was telling him on Thursday. I was like, "You're gonna come to trunk or treat, right?" Like I was like, "You're gonna come. You're gonna come over, right?" He was like, "Yeah, I'll bring the grandkids." So he brings the grandkids. He didn't know what we were at first. Everybody else.
Why
knew
does that not surprise
He didn't pick
me?
it up.
Everybody else knew exactly who we were. The people from North Township, they were laughing. They loved it. So then somebody pointed it out to him. It's like, "Aren't you looking in a mirror?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And I literally I had the headset right here, and I was just like, "Were you?" And he starts laughing. But yeah, we win as the best.
Okay,
the best costume
one
here
of
at
our
WJLB.
listeners said your hair was not messy enough.
I know it was.
Everyone's
not.
hair was not messy enough.
Yeah, that was a little tricky, but we went as Jed, and
Love it.
If we did the group costume, we would have won best for the co-workers, but we do also have a collar as well.
All right, well, let's go to the caller. And then just a reminder to our listeners out there, at 7 o'clock, we will actually have Jed here in the studio. We're going to have an interview with the Boys and Girls Club and the YMCA. They're going to be coming on to talk about the Tolston Project in Gary, Indiana.
Cool.
Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yeah, well, they dressed up as Jed, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, you didn't show all the hair on your back like he has.
That would have been a great bit.
Yeah.
That would have.
You know,
Missed opportunity.
That the thing you got to say about that truck or treat at Wicker Park last Saturday was, I'm watching while I'm taking pictures. Everybody was not worried about nothing but having a good time.
Good.
You know, I'm watching the families. They're together. They're having a blast. I don't know. One family come. I guess they saw I'm taking the pictures. You know, they said, "Can you get a picture of us?" I says, "Yeah." They go, "Okay." Now, and they're on. You know, every picture I take, as long as it's good, it goes on my site. You know,
right.
And they go to me, "Where's it going to be at?" And I says, "Look at my T-shirt. It'd be there." You know, all of a sudden they make a comment on there. You know, I mean, and then I walk down the line to take pictures of the crowd in line. Oh my gosh! And then I decided to leave at 2:00 because I wanted to get back home, and I had company over, and it took me so long to get out of the parking lot with the car. And then when I'm getting out, they were still lined up all the way back almost to the golf course.
Nice.
That's really nice.
You know, I could have complained all morning and wasted your show complaining about all this politics and garbage and stuff, but I'm not going to do that because, you know why? I just want to thank you guys for having a wonderful show. And,
thank you.
You know, and it's so nice that now I sit home and I can watch the whole show and not be interrupted trying to get I'm still helping the school. Yesterday we had 2 students pass. I had a wonderful day, you know.
Well, I heard you say you're the manager of the yard as well, so you're still working.
Yeah, I still go there. I'm helping out and everything. I go down there and I print out their sheets and I do stuff. But my eye doctor had told me to stay out of the air and out of bright areas until the 19th. I've got to go to that retina special. They're going to start working my eyes. But
are you wearing the dark glasses?
Well, yeah, because like yesterday the sun was so bright I had to have them on.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm doing good. But I mean,
keep them on anyway because whether the sun is bright or not, the rays are still coming through. So you should probably keep them on.
Yeah.
And then another thing, you know, like I'm taking 8 medicines, and like this Monday or whatever the first day of the week started out. Usually when I would tip my coffee cup while I'm driving my car, I would have to turn my head to the right so my right eye would see good.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it caught my attention. I tipped my coffee cup up, and I could see without having to turn my head. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting better now.
So you were having
I'm starting to see what y'all look like, and you still haven't changed. You guys still haven't changed, you know?
That's good.
I mean, what was that thing she had over her face? I was drinking my coffee.
It's a
my
seal.
Sorry, hold on. Let me turn the exposure down on that one.
I
is this on mine?
thought you guys had the heat on so hot. She was hot, and instead of waving it on her face,
She had a
was
fan.
holding it there, you know.
There we go.
I
Now
actually
you
love
can-
the straws. I just recognized that you had straws to hold it up.
Here, I was gonna say I'll
Yeah.
zoom in on it
You know
real
what?
quick for you.
I'm gonna let you go in a second, but one thing, just remember that this weekend our clocks are gonna go back.
Is it this weekend already? I thought it was next weekend.
It's the first Sunday in November.
Ah, God.
Great Britain changed theirs already. So right now the time difference normally is pretty similar,
And then,
but it's
hey,
an hour more difference.
Verlie,
Yes.
I got one question to ask you. Okay, with that hurricane going through Jamaica, does that affect your airplanes going around any area?
Oh yeah, it's terrible out there. The skies are turbulent.
We gotta say a prayer for all
We
them people in
definitely-
Jamaica.
Most definitely, it's supposed to be devastating. So
Yeah,
Yes.
the
Well,
no-
I'm go-
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm
No,
gonna
go
let
ahead.
you go, and I tell you, all them jibs that were at that trick or treat, you look good, but you should have showed that hair on your back.
Thanks a lot for calling, Mike.
Take care, man.
Okay, bye bye.
Yeah, we should have had a hairy back. But go ahead, Michelle.
The
regarding
NOAA
the hurricane.
I was reading the NOAA planes went out there to go try to see what was going on. They had to turn around.
It was so
because
bad.
It was so bad. They're like, nope, we can't do this.
Can't even fly into the eye.
Nope.
Wow.
I hope. I mean, I don't know how on an island like that, how do you evacuate? I mean, I hope those people are gone. Go. Get off
Where
the island.
where are they going? Where can they go?
I hope that, they've got a neighbor that says, hey, come on over.
One time we chartered, I hate to say this, we chartered a yacht out there in the Bahamas.
Nice.
With another couple. And a tropical storm was coming through.
Oh, God.
We lost all our money
Yeesh.
because we had to evacuate, basically.
Yeah.
And we had to get the first flight we could off the island.
Yeah.
We were in the Abacos Islands, and we had to leave.
Yeah.
And we were like trying to we got to Nassau, and then we got to Miami. We were like, but the native people who live there, where do they go? You go inland? You go where?
I don't know. I have no idea. That's why I'm sitting there thinking, and how do you, where do you go on the island if the idea is to get off the island?
Yeah, it's scary. We definitely need to keep them in our prayers.
Yeah,
and-
it's supposed to be there like now.
Yeah.
They said Tuesday morning it was supposed to be. God. But there's no such thing as global warming.
No, not at all.
Nope.
But, I mean, the storms are getting more and more devastating. But
Yep.
We just attribute that to nature. Things happen. People don't want to take the blame for things that we do to make it worse.
Yeah.
Just say it's nature.
Okay.
219-845-1100 is the number to call in if you'd like to. So I reached out to an attorney. She's a constitutional attorney. Lives in Gary, lives in Florida half the time. And she was at the No Kings rally, Adrianna.
Mm-hmm.
And she and her wife were two of the people that actually wore inflatables. And I wanted her to share with us why she wore an inflatable. What was the significance of the inflatable? Because there's still a lot of talk out there and people, bemoaning the inflatables.
What are they? They look stupid. Why are they doing it? It has no point. Is that what the...
That's how they feel about the entire protest.
Well, yeah, but...
Right.
But now they're just insult to injury. Now they're wearing stupid inflatables.
Yeah, I want Sabrina to share with us why she chose to wear one. But Adrianna, I heard part of your show on Thursday. I didn't get to hear all of it. So just how did it go?
Yeah.
What type of feedback did you get
From our viewers or
from your show? From your
Period.
show, whether you got viewers, whether you had people who, commented online. What was it like?
They hated it.
What did they say? What did
the
they
heck
say?
you say?
Yeah, so I played the interviews and they thought that it felt like as if it was the hippy dippy leftists that thank you for showing all the crazy people that went out to these protests and everything. I played interviews. One thing I didn't like, I played an interview of a veteran, and somebody's like, he has a good lisp. I was just like, guys.
Oh, they made fun of him talking?
Yeah. I was like, guys.
Wow.
But I played the interview of the older ladies. They were the ones that they're like.
That was the one you said cursed?
Yeah, she was like, I'm 70 bleeping 8 years old. They said nobody paid us to be here. We're here because we want to be here.
I heard that. That sounded great.
And then the veteran, he said that he's always gotten hate all his life, saying, and one lady came saying that you should be demoted of your rank and everything for doing stuff like this.
Really?
And a lot of people were saying that they were happy to see the younger generation out there. And I talked to the people with the One Piece kind of flags and everything, and how they said that it's for liberation, and that the whole basis, they explained that the whole basis of the show is that this person goes from like island to island, and that in his sense of like conquering it is that he takes out all of the crime and like kind of all the bad stuff, but they still put him as the victim because he's taking down all of these criminals, and they think that he's more dangerous than them. So all of that stuff. I showed the pictures of the crowds and the videos, and I was telling Joe, I was like, just don't zoom in on the signs because half of the signs, some of the signs they did have curse words on them, and I was in agreement with somebody I talked to.
Now let me explain something to you. Your radio station, if you show signs that have cursing on it, that's fine because you're a radio station.
Yes.
Your rules are under the FCC, and that pertains to radio waves, not what you show on your YouTube.
Yeah, but still for YouTube, I would like to not have the curse words on. That's just a personal preference. But I was in agreement. I was talking with Bob Starkley. He does the show on Mondays with Chuck Poland, as well as Town and Dyer Region Republicans. And I was in agreement with him because he was asking me about it because he was genuinely curious of like what the protests were like and everything. And I was in agreement with him that yes, you have your signs of creativity, but for the curse words that are and the genitalia that's on the things to make your point.
I want to show that, yeah.
To make your point, there's children at these protests,
right?
And I understand you're freedom of speech. Do what you please, but that's one thing. And I was like, I made sure on my sign I did not have any curse words.
Yeah, you shouldn't be inappropriate.
You shouldn't be inappropriate. I made sure I didn't have any curse words because I can already. Like, I know my family wouldn't care, but I'm like, I don't want my poor little grandmother to see that. And she's like, oh, what are you doing? Like, I don't want her to be all shocked of that aspect. But the crowds and the chants and everything, like, it was really cool. I enjoyed it. And there's actually going to be a boycott soon. And I have a few issues with it. It's a good idea in theory. It is supposed to be from, let me pull up my calendar so I can give you the correct dates on there.
Now, that's interesting because when I was talking to my youngest daughter about it, she said, that's all well and good that people came out. She says, but she says, it really doesn't mean anything if you don't put something behind it. She said, why don't they have a huge boycott? And I'm like, and then you just bring this up because she says
there is going to be one.
So tell us about what's going to be boycotted and the time frame.
So from November, they have an end date on it, and that's one thing. I'm like, there shouldn't be an end date. It should be until you get demands.
No, I think end dates are good because you show the impact.
Ease everybody into it.
Yeah, November 25th to December 2nd.
So okay, and what are we boycotting?
So it is to boycott consumerism in the sense it's Thanksgiving and Black Friday.
No shopping?
There is to be no shopping, and they're like no school, no work. But my thing is
not gonna work.
Yeah, no school, no work. First of all, no school, public school, you have to go regardless. It's work. It's Thanksgiving. People are already off of work, but they're trying to put that.
Not all.
Yeah. Not all are off of work, but most are off of work. And they're trying to put in that incentive that, like, okay, if we do not shop or spend any money for 1 week, which people are able to do, But if you do not spend money for 1 week, then that'll hit kind of those corporations where it hurts, and that'll get them to listen. Now, the reason why I haven't there's issues with that is because people are going to go Black Friday shopping. I don't know if you're going to be I don't know if you're going to be able to stop them from doing that.
You're not
and
going
also
to be able to.
a lot of the Black Friday deals are going to happen between the 1st of November and 25th. So someone can be like, well, I already
now
did
you
all my
can
shopping.
even do it online too.
Yeah.
Well, Black Friday
did all their
deals are
shopping.
always never the greatest deals anyway.
Exactly. But
some people think they are, Michelle.
I know.
Here's the thing.
I know
Some people
it's
actually
tradition.
get good
it
deals.
could
How
work.
many times I've covered that?
It could work, but then again, it couldn't work. I don't know. It's yeah.
I'm going to be a naysayer on this. I don't see it working. I just don't.
That's the
I
thing.
think you need to be more specific. I mean, look at the Target boycott over the DEI.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't put Target out of business. Now, they have laid off a lot of people.
Yeah.
But it really has not done what they had hoped.
No, it has not.
So this is too broad for me. I'm sorry. I don't support it. I just don't see it being.
I don't see it being as successful as they hope it to be.
No.
And it's I wish I could say like, yes, let's do this, but then also you're doing this during the biggest time that people
I think
shop.
the timing at this juncture, I would agree that the timing is probably not ideal. I understand the point that they're trying to make.
Right.
Yes. I get it. I don't think we're ready for that yet.
Neither.
So
it's not like the bus boycott and boycotts like that we're actually able to make a significant impact. This is too broad. It's poor timing.
Mm-hmm.
I would
it's
say, I don't
not
think,
enough planning. Yeah.
Yeah, I would just go with that it's poor timing. Mm-hmm. The planning and the sentiment. I'd like to see. Y'all, we got to start doing something.
Yeah, and
it's either got to be coordinated now because it's gonna get worse.
Well, the thing about it with any boycott, you want to hurt as you mentioned, the major corporations. But what happens is you end up hurting the little people, just like this shutdown. So there are people who get those seasonal jobs based on sales. They won't get the jobs. If the companies don't make the money, then they hire less people. It's just, to me, a bad idea. I mean, I loved when people stopped buying Teslas,
Right.
To me, that was impactful. But I just don't see this being impactful.
yeah. So here's the actual flyer. Let me see if I can find one where there's not a person in front of it. That would be great because, of course, people are going to share this all over on their social medias. But let's see here. It says that we're not asking, we're shutting it down. Mass blackout November 25th through December 2nd. Largest economic blackout protest in U.S. November 25th. No projects, no events, no restaurants. Make the impact, but I can't find the full thing.
Can I even do that?
I think it's possible
What
for
about
individuals.
no
to do it.
gas? Like no one buy gas.
Yeah, it says
on a specific day.
Yeah, it says largest economic blackout protest in U.S. history, which I don't think that's
Well, what's
accurate.
a day going to do?
Well, if you have one day where no one buys, and it's not going to be no one because, of course, there's the other side that's going to buy gas.
Right.
Just like they'll buy a Tesla. But I don't know. I just need something in my head of something that would be so impactful that it would actually make a difference.
My thing of it when they were like no school, I was like, okay, okay. My school,
Our kids need
yes, my
school.
school is already paid for because I did college bound.
Right.
But for those who are
Ooh, that's a topic we can talk about.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
that, and then also registering for classes are around this time. I just registered yesterday for classes.
Right.
And also that if you are on a payment plan, if you don't pay that payment plan, there's an issue.
Yeah, you
there's
get
no school.
fees.
I don't know
You don't want
because
that.
I don't see a person saying, "Oh, I'm not going to send my child to school,"
And how
but
is that
they're already
impactful?
off. Because
They already
of
went through that with
Thanksgiving.
COVID. I mean,
So I don't
Yeah.
know. I want to. I'm over here like I want to like it, but I see some flaws. I think I cannot spend money because I typically do not go out Black Friday shopping.
Right.
But I think I cannot spend money for a week. I think I'm capable of doing that. But other than that, I don't know. We just see what happens.
Okay. Well, Adrianna, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to...
Jed's taking over the reins. I see him, rolling in at 2 minutes before he's supposed to be here. Good job, Jed.
All right. So we're not going to be one of those beat up on the boss shows.
I wasn't beating up. I was being encouraging.
With that said, we'll be back, folks. We'll be coming back at 7:30. Stay tuned, 7 o'clock. It's Jim Deedlow in the house.
For over 140 years, the Central Midwest Carpenters have built our communities in Northwest Indiana. Are you ready to join the effort? We have long-term work, competitive pay, and the best benefits in the industry. We pride ourselves on innovative training and commitment to worksite safety. Earn as you learn as an apprentice. A solid career built on a solid legacy. For more info, go to carpenters.com.
Have you ever considered becoming an iron worker? Local 395 is now accepting applications for their apprenticeship program. Go to ironworkers395.com. Look under the training section, click on apprenticeship, and scroll down to the application. You must be 18 years old, have a high school diploma or GED, and you must be physically able to perform the work of the trade. Find out more by calling the apprenticeship school in Lake Station at 219-962-7675 or visit ironworkers395.com.
Tired of that cracked driveway? Dreaming of a new patio or need a concrete partner for your next big project? Call RNC Concrete Construction, family owned with 30 plus years serving Northwest Indiana. From residential driveways to stamped patios and commercial foundations, we pour with pride and deliver lasting quality. Call today for your free estimate at 219-779-9370. That's 219-779-9370. RNC Concrete, where your concrete vision comes to life.
Siri, read me that text.
Sorry, I can't complete your request.
You want me to read that?
No, I got it.
Construction zone.
I see it.
Watch it! Oh my God! You're gonna hit him!
Oh, fuck!
When driving in a construction zone, be smart, be alert, be in the zone.
This is Brian Short, business manager for the Indiana Laborers District Council. Everyone deserves a safe place to work. Do your part in the cone zone. Slow down, save lives. We're all in this together.
A message from Indiana's District Council of Laborers International Union of North America and affiliated locals.
Do you want to get a vaccine, but it's difficult to get to your healthcare provider? Call the folks at Right Care Pharmacy. They'll come to your home, discuss your vaccination status with you, and administer the appropriate vaccine with expertise. They offer vaccines for flu, shingles, pneumonia, hepatitis A and B, TDAP, RSV, and COVID. They've been serving the Lake and Porter County community for over 11 years and are fluent in Spanish. Call Right Care Pharmacy at 219-655-5028.
Introducing Powers Health, a health system with a new name and a strong legacy of caring for families in our community. One with a tradition of advanced specialized services and a vision for the future. One with a commitment to medical excellence and compassionate care. Everything we do, everything we believe, powers health.
AM 1230, WJOB. The band's back together. And Adrianna's in
Welcome back.
Thank you. If you guys just kind of give an update, I've been doing this show for over 20 years. And we have an incredibly beautiful opportunity in terms of our streaming video of sports. And I needed to go over there and give that a little bit of time. I'll be back. Don't worry. It's just something. I got the MBA, and we have experienced the kind of growth that you hope for, but it also becomes problematic when you don't address it. So I've had to go over there, and I want to say thank you to the many companies that have signed up to use live sports locally, and many considering it. So Adrianna Alvarez is taking Thursdays, Verlie's taking Tuesdays, Chuck Pullen Mondays, Daverton Wednesdays, and Kuziak's Fridays for the near future. I'm guessing at least through Thanksgiving. Are you good with that?
That's fine.
You graduate when?
In May. I believe it's like May 9th.
All right. That's kind of like the golden handcuffs right there. She can't go anywhere, and that's good. As you guys well know, we lost people to Big Ten. We lost them to Barstool. We lost them to some weather outlets, and that is what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to come here and work for a while. But you probably, I don't know if you guys know this, but you got to get up pretty early to listen to a Chicago radio station for Adrianna.
I have to get up early.
Yes, you got to get up pretty
on Sundays.
Yeah, they're already taking her, and she's already live on the air there. So it's just a matter of time. But, hey, let's take a look at traffic. No, can I do this?
You can do traffic. Yeah, go ahead.
You don't mind that? Yeah, 294 around the city looks pretty good. 80 going east and west. Looks good. Bishop Ford, Dan Ryan, Skyway Toll Road. Hey, man, it's really not so bad right now. In terms of the weather.
I do have the weather. So currently right now at the Strike Events Hill Studios, it is 45 degrees today. We are seeing highs of 61, I think. Yep, it went up a little bit. 61 degrees, lows of 43, some sun, and then clouds, breezy in the nighttime. And then on Wednesday, highs of 57 degrees, lows of 45 degrees, partly sunny and windy, and partly cloudy throughout the nighttime. Thursday, we're looking at highs of 54 degrees and lows of 40 degrees, windy with some periods of sun, becoming clear in the nighttime.
She is Adrianna Alvarez, and it is not just the streaming sports network. We have a full boat. We did some semi-states last weekend. We did a bunch of football games. You have the second round of sectional football. If you could bring that spreadsheet up, the video cruise one, and see what games we're doing. We're also doing, it's kind of a crossover time right now. We got Purdue basketball, we got IU basketball, we got Purdue football, IU football on the radio. We have girls basketball getting started on the TV, and of course we have football still going, and I think we finished up with, we have a soccer and volleyball. No, wait, we have volleyball semi-states that the IHSA has hired us to do this weekend, so it's a full boat on that side. But also, I want to make sure that you guys know that we have been kind of declining podcasts for a little while as we got caught up, as Adrianna came to me and said, hey, Jed, we need a podcast network. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, another project. And here it is. You have, what, like 12 podcasts? How many?
About 15.
About 15 podcasts. I think we stopped it there for a little while. But you can go to WJOB 1230. You can see them all. Or you could go to Apple and Spotify and subscribe to the channel that Adrianna has put together. And everyone from Weezer, I think I'm doing the Weezer one, the Lake County Republicans, to my podcast, Kuziak's, pulling Adrianna in the AM. So if you're just looking for something to listen to, go ahead and do that. We're going to record a special segment and actually be about a 18-minute segment so that we could put it into a podcast, and we could also play it at other times. If you want to see these guys right now, go to WJOB 1230 on YouTube. So I'm going to be quiet so Adrianna can see where it starts. Hey, everybody, it's Jed. Welcome to Tuesday, October 28th. We're going to talk about something that is just like one of the coolest things going on in the region right now, and we need to give it a little bit of publicity because, we're a lot of times caught into some consternation and some aggressive talk, but not right now because it's a good news thing coming out of the city of Gary. It is the Tolliston Opportunity Campus, And it is a transformative community hub developed in partnership with Crossroads YMCA, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Northwest Indiana, and Methodist Hospitals. We have two of those groups right now. Introduce yourself, sir, so you can adjust your microphone, too.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Mike Jessen, the president and CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Northwest Indiana.
How long have you been doing that?
2.5 years.
Where are you from?
From the Valparaiso area.
Okay. Did you grow up there?
Born and raised in Iowa, went to school in Missouri, then traveled throughout the Midwest.
And so you couldn't find a better place to live than the Calumet region, right?
That's right. Landed here in 92 and couldn't be more happy.
Exactly. It's the best people in the world, isn't it?
I agree.
It just is, man. I don't even know how to, you can't. It's not one of those things you could go test.
Right.
But if you've been around the whole world, you're like, wow, these people are pretty cool. Yep. I like it here. Your name, sir?
Jay Buckmaster. I'm the president CEO of the Crossroads Y.
You are doing an amazing job. I did not go this morning. Because I'm here, but I am one of your more regular customer right down the street here. The Hammond one is part of Crossroads.
That's right.
And how many are there in Crossroads?
So 11 now.
You got them in your head?
We've got Y in Shelby, Crown Point, Griffith, Cherville, Whiting. We'll have 2 in Hammond. So we've got the new and the old one. We have a sports center that is opening in the next 45 days in Crown Point.
Is that just so that Crown Point can be bigger than McDermott's Y here? Is it or no?
No, it's not. It's not connected.
It's not connected.
It's not connected.
So this
it's on
is
the
still
campus.
the largest Y.
It's still, yeah.
Okay,
it is
because
still
I think it's
Y.
like within 10,000 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't believe that these good folks in Crown Point aren't going to put a little building on the side of it just to beat the Y here in Hammond. But that's another story altogether, and I'm sure you've dealt with that before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, so keep going on the other one.
And Camp Triangle Hills. So we have a golf course that we purchased about 3 years ago, and then the Tolleson Opportunity Campus coming in the fall of next year.
All right. I've been around a long time, obviously. And I feel like I've done the Tolleson story before. And, of course, if you guys know, it was a high school, and then they redid it. It's got the nicest gym floor in the Calumet region already. It's already been redone and so forth. So who wants to give the Reader's Digest version of what this project is? How about you, Mike?
Okay, so this project in collaboration with the YMCA and also Methodist Hospital is something that, as we look at the project in the region, we know that with that collaboration, we're going to have a project that not one of the organizations could do on their own. And so with the foresight and with this cooperative effort that we have, we're ultimately going to have, and this will be as early as next fall, and we will have a brand new, fully renovated Boys and Girls Club. And as you mentioned, we opened the Boys and Girls Club in 2013. At the old Tolleson High School property. That has served us well for the last 12 years. However, through thousands of kids over 12 years, it's gotten beaten up a bit. So we're excited about our full renovation that will happen.
So it's going to be the same footprint. It's just going to be a complete renovation. It's not going to be a whole new knock it down and start over again.
We have the original building, which it's terrific to see the historical appreciation that people have for the building. Tolleson, there's a rich history there, as I'm sure you know. So our footprint will be the same. The one advantage, in addition to having a fully renovated, essentially brand new building, is that we will have some additional programmable space, which had been a storage maintenance area that's been cleared out so that we can add some program space. So we're excited about the brand new facility, but that additional space will allow us to help serve more kids, which is what we're all about.
So as the Y part of it is what?
So it will be a brand new, just under 100,000 square feet.
All right, this is 140?
That's 126.
126
Yep.
Right here. So
Yep.
you couldn't make Gary bigger than Hammond?
Well, with the Boys and Girls Club attached, it's going to be 145,000.
Well, why can't we just include that then?
We can. I mean, it is together. It is one building.
So you're over 100,000 square foot Y with what?
So this will have again, as we did the research and went through this and had our community engagement studies, a couple things came up. One was a safe place for children. And so again, to partner with the Boys and Girls Club, they're great in the before and after school piece. What's missing is the birth through preschool. And so there'll be a full early learning center. And so that'll be a full day child care that'll serve, it'll have about 75 seats. And in addition to that, we will have multiple pools. So swimming, aquatics, water safety came up very high. And so we'll have a zero depth entry pool, much like Hammond. So a family-friendly pool for toddlers as well as elementary, middle school age. Lap swimming, there'll be a lap swimming area as well. What's unique is the second pool. So the second pool, we don't have one like this in the region, which is a full therapy pool. So it is a wheelchair accessible, handrail accessible, ramped entry, and then it will be used for water arthritis, chronic disease, water therapy, could be used for special needs therapy that will run about in the low 90s as far as pool temperature. So pools were a big deal. 3 gymnasiums, a track suspended above the gymnasium, and workout facilities, so wellness opportunities. We'll bring eGym, which if you're a Y member, eGym is a very popular. There he is. He has his band. eGym is very popular, and so there'll be a beginner and a fitness area as well as eGym, fitness, a turf area. And then Kids Zone and Kids Club, which is a drop-off area that they can drop their kids off while they're working out upstairs. It'll also have a steam room, sauna, and a whirlpool. So those are kind of the key spaces. What's probably in addition to that, we'll have a teaching kitchen. So in collaboration with the Boys and Girls Club, we'll be able to teach kids, families, adults cooking and have different experiences around that. We will also have a financial wellness partner. So part of this is to make sure financial wellness came up as a high priority and a high need. In there, as well as medical and acute care and family wellness. And so that brings in on the first floor about a 5,000 square foot area for Methodist Hospital. So they'll be right at the entrance as you come in to the left. And so we just think about this campus and we think, boy, I mean, when you look at, who does, a great job around wellness and health and preschool and infant care. The Y is one of the largest providers of child care in the country, not only the region, as well as, the long history of serving kids and teen leadership with the Boys and Girls Club. And now you bring in Methodist Hospital and you have wellness there as well. So it is really transformational. We had visited different concepts of this around the country, and we saw that there were Boys and Girls Clubs attached to Ys, but they were really on the same land, but they weren't connected in a way that we felt was, dynamic. And so we believe that with the Boys and Girls Club, Methodist, and the Y, it is truly a campus of health, wellness, youth development, and so we're really excited about that.
So that's is it 19th and is it 19th? I think it is.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
is.
19th and what? I can't remember.
The cross street.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Get us a cross street on that. It's not a huge cross street. No, it's but I know it's on 19th just because if you're a region person and the Borman is bad and you know all the little places in Gary, 19th is actually a very nice shortcut. Don't you take it because, then it won't be a shortcut anymore. Hey, we're talking to Mike Jessen and Jay Buckmaster. Mike is with the Boys and Girls Club, and Jay Buckmaster is with the Crossroads YMC. If you have any questions about this project, here we are live on October 28th of 2025, and you could call in and you can ask about it. I know what the first question is going to be. What's the price tag? What number are you guys throwing out for this whole thing?
Yeah, right now it's laying around probably not quite 45, but it's close. It's close to 45 million. We've raised 30 already. And so that was the Ready Funds, the City of Gary, and the Dean and Barbara White Foundation. So we've got 30, as they say, in the bank, and we're raising the last about 10 to 15. And so we've currently, the Dean and Barbara White Foundation have also thrown out a $5 million match. And so currently we're a little over $1 million and some change on that match. And so we've got about $4 million to go, until we open next year, to really have this facility come in with zero debt. That's the goal. Now we've already. The other question would be, what happened if you don't raise it, right? I mean, we went out with the full scope. So initially, the Early Learning Center was one that we were going to wait and pause, but we felt it was too. It was such a needed thing in Gary to have quality childcare, and quite frankly, not in Gary but across the region. And so we kept it in, and so we hope to not take a whole lot of debt on this project, but that's the goal, is to raise about another $12 million.
So as far as the Y's set in, I mean, pretty much everybody in the region knows what has happened with the YMCA's. Certainly, I guess you guys are redoing the Cherville one.
Yep.
Yeah, so that would be my biggest suggestion, because this one is right down the street here. I've written about it and I've talked about it, as it kind of basically changing my life around, because I can hit there, I can work out, e-gym, and do a swim and be to work, and it's like 45 minutes, and it's right down the street, and it's incredibly well managed. You got a young man, I don't know, taller dude that kind of runs the front there, and he's outstanding. And the whole thing I think it's overcrowded at times because there's so much demand, and it's a good problem to have. Do you suspect a similar situation in Gary where you're going to get some pretty heavy use?
I do. Currently, we have about 6,000 members to 8,000, about 8,000 in Gary that actually are members with a Gary address that use Y's outside of their city.
Many of them are at Hammond, and many
Hobart.
are at Hobart.
Yep.
And right down the street here on Indianapolis Boulevard.
Yeah. I mean, when you think of Indianapolis Boulevard, it's pretty interesting. You've got between Cherville and Hammond, you've got about 35,000 members at Hammond, and you've got about 25,000 in Cherville. And so think about, you've got 60,000 members just in a corridor on the same street. And so, what we've seen over time, and I think the statistics prove this out, I think there's much more of an interest for people to maintain a healthy lifestyle. People are living longer. They don't only want to just live longer, they want to live better. And so the demand for health, wellness, family activities has grown. And it's been so great for the Y to be able to help be able to put places in Lake County that people can enjoy that. But there's such a need that, I mean, we've been scrambling now for 9 years, building, probably opening something every 6 to 9 months. And it's just a testament to the region. You said before, this is a great place to live. It's because of that, right? People want to have these opportunities to spend time with their family, to give their kids affordable opportunities around recreation, to be able to maintain their own healthy lifestyle. So it feels like for 7 years now we've been playing catch up, trying to build facilities to be able to meet the demand. And I think Gary will do the same thing.
That's Jay Buckmaster of the Y. Now, the Boys and Girls Club already has a footprint there, right?
Yeah, we do. In fact, we've been at the Tolleson campus since 2013. And prior to that, it goes deeper. Our first club in the region was in Gary back in 1956. So we've been in a part of the fabric of Gary for quite some time, and in a couple of different locations, but landed in Tolleson in 2013.
So you get, I'm well aware of the wellness one, and I've talked to people about it, and some of your cooking, and certainly I bring the grandkids over here, and we use kids on. I mean, I'm like the Y dude, and I get it. And I get the mission and the purpose, and build a beautiful one here. Now you got to go over there and do Cherville. And the White family has been extremely generous to the Calumet region. Let's just give them a big high five on that. But the Boys and Girls Club has a little bit different focus than all of that. What exactly is the focus?
So our focus is centered around kids. K through 12 is what we serve on a day in, day out basis. Of course, the beauty of this project that we have is that we'll continue to serve K through 12, and as will the Y. But bringing the Y into the building truly helps us support the family, the entire family. And so our hope is not only a continued focus on K through 12, but you get that generational impact by bringing the family in in a healthy sort of environment. And we'll put that in together with our programming that we have for our kids throughout the year. And so our focus is on kids, and it's primarily after school care is what we do. And we're excited about the tutoring, the homework help that we do, the STEM work we do. We've got an art room. Of course, we also have a wonderful gymnasium that you mentioned, and to keep the kids active and busy, and heavily involved with sports leagues and that sort of thing as well. So our focus is truly what I would view kind of as a relational focus. I mean, because we see these kids on an everyday basis for the most part, we get to know these kids, we get to know their families, we get to know the circumstances that they come from, and many of those circumstances, as you can appreciate, aren't always so good. And so we appreciate the opportunity to be there, to be that support system. Kids at our clubs, most importantly, feel safe. They know that if they come to the Boys and Girls Club, they're going to be safe. They also know that they have a caring, loving adult mentor person that's going to pour into their life and develop that relationship.
The Y provides the leagues, and they provide the e-gym direction and beautiful. I mean, they have really good trainers out there and all that. But that aspect of it, kind of getting for the developmental aspect of the family, and let's be straight, here in Hammond and in Gary, I mean, it's mostly lower. It's a lower, lower economic status compared to, say, the one in Crown Point, or you go down further out to the east into Hobart and Devalpo. So what are the challenges in that? I mean, you're going at that population. I see it here. I see the moms, and you could kind of tell. And I think they just come and they drop the kids off and they work out and they go. You're looking for a deeper experience.
Yeah, we are, and the beauty of what we do is to try to, number one, be there for as many kids as possible. Many of those are kids who most definitely need us in a significant way. The affordability concern for us is something that we pay close attention to. So to have a membership throughout the school year, to be part of the Boys and Girls Club, which means after school, you come to our club and you can be there till 7 o'clock Monday through Thursday, 6 o'clock on Friday, 180 days of the school year. That's for a membership of $50 total. And so in terms of affordability for these families, especially those that are struggling, it's a terrific service, truly, that we provide for those families. So,
and I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at, is that even here I see it. I know, so I'm getting to know some of these kids, going there that many times, and they're coming even here after school, but they're just coming to work out. And then you're talking about a much more structured, basically avoiding the latchkey kind of thing where the kid comes home and doesn't have a lot of supervision, and all of a sudden they're in middle school and they're hanging out, whereas this will give them a place to go.
Yeah, and that's that's absolutely true. That period of time from 2 o'clock till whenever the parents get home or the guardians get home in the evening, that's the time that's absolutely critical. So to have that environment, that structure for those kids to be in, we know that many of those kids are going to be at the fork in the road as they're going through the development, and of course we want them to make good choices and do the right thing. And in order for that to happen, they need to know that they have support. And oftentimes they don't get it or don't get it enough at home. And so we provide that almost extended family network or support at our clubs, and that's what makes the relationship so deep.
So let's get down to the brass tacks. If you are part of a big company or you are just independently wealthy or something, and you want to put your name on something or put your money behind something really good. I saw it the first time when, what was that, Masterson was running around the region raising money for the original Tolliston project, and I remember it's like, you can only call me 5 times, and all right, the answer is yes. And there has to be people out there that want to support this. They're looking to raise 10 to 15, and 5 of it is a $5 million match from the Dean and Barbara White Foundation. Anything else?
No, I would just say that, number one, we had wonderful support in 2013 that created the campus to start with, and we're going to need every bit of that to make it even bigger and better. And one thing that I'd like to mention, Jim, because as a Boys and Girls Club family, this past Friday we lost a real dear member of our family who was a familiar face throughout the city of Hammond, and that's Dwayne Washington.
Yes, I saw that.
And he's has been our area director and has poured into thousands of kids throughout the region. And he passed away unexpectedly on Friday. And I was at the Hammond Club yesterday afternoon to be there for the rest of the staff and also for the kids. And I can tell you through that interaction with the kids, the love that he poured into those kids and the love that those kids had for him is a wonderful testament about really the work that's done at the Boys and Girls Club. And we're going to miss Dwayne Washington in a significant way, and he's going to leave a big void for us, unfortunately.
There it is, guys. This was recorded late October of 2025. This is with us once again. We're kind of getting it going. Mike Jessen and Jay Buckmaster. We will check in and see how this is going every few months. And hopefully, it all goes well. When does ground get broken?
It is well under construction now.
Okay.
And so full renovation on the Boys and Girls Club starts in January. It will be done in June. And then the entire project will be ready for ribbon cutting in August, September.
Yep. All right, guys, that'll end this segment. And don't forget to go to Adrianna's series of podcasts on Apple or Spotify. Just type in WJOB and you can subscribe to the whole slew of podcasts.
If you're thinking of finishing your basement, installing outdoor security cameras, or your business has plans to break ground on a new project in 2024, Powering Indiana, Lake County is your source for the region's best electricians. With IBEW, Local 697 electricians, you're choosing the highest level of safety and reliability. Visit poweringIndiana.org today and ensure your project is in the hands of skilled professionals.
From the gas in your car to the heat in your home and the roads that you drive on, our work powers daily life. We are USW Local 71, the proud men and women of the Whiting Refinery. We're not just refinery workers. We're your friends and neighbors, raising our families here, shopping in the same stores, and cheering in the same stands. USW Local 71, powering the region because we are the region.
Are you searching for a college where you belong? Calumet College of St. Joseph wants to know you and give you the support you need to succeed. Are you worried about how you'll pay for your degree? 95% of our students receive financial aid, including scholarships and grants. Need some extra help with your classes? You'll benefit from our small class sizes, free tutoring, internship planning, faculty mentors, and so much more. Come experience our accepting, supportive college family for yourself. Schedule your campus visit and apply at ccsj.edu.
Tech Credit Union supports the essential role of union labor in building strong communities. That's why we offer hassle-free banking, financial empowerment, and a commitment to your success. Save for the future, handle life's challenges, and trust a partner that stands by hardworking union members. Tech Credit Union, the better option for you and your money. Visit techcu.org or call 800-276-8324. Tech Credit Union, supporting union families every step of the way.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep, skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strackandvantail.com or download our app today.
And good morning. Welcome back to That's What They Said on WJOB AM 1230, 104.7 FM. I'm Verlie Suggs. My co-hosts are Michelle Quinn and Adrianna Alvarez. And we're going to give it to Adrianna for a quick update on the traffic and the weather, and then we'll be back to taking your phone calls at 219-845-1100.
All right, so let's take a look at our traffic for today. I kind of keep looking at the cameras because we have something with our huddle camera, and it's just like keep moving the cameras back and forth. So I'm like, if I keep looking that way, that's why. So let's take a look at traffic on 65 North. I-65 North, there's an earlier accident north before 61st Avenue. That was at 4 a.m. So that has started a lot of traffic, and that was updated about 20 minutes ago. And you're going to see that right there at, let me see here. East 61st Avenue all the way down to about US 30 at the connector. So you're going to see a lot of traffic that way if you are headed towards that area. But 80 going east and west is looking pretty good. 90 going east and west is looking pretty good. We have a little bit of traffic there on the connector of the Dan Ryan and the Bishop Ford. We also have an accident, left lane blocked on the Dan Ryan I-94 east before 79th Street. 60C reported at 7 a.m. That was updated about 16 minutes ago. We also have slow traffic on the inbound ramp of the slow ramp to inbound Dan Ryan on the Stevenson I-55 North before I-94. We have a little bit of traffic there. We also have some traffic on the Eisenhower Expressway going east and going west all the way through. And also, let's see here if it'll show what this right here. Yep, that's slow traffic. We also have an accident on the left shoulder on the Kennedy I-90 east before Illinois 171 Cumberland Avenue's exit 79. That was updated about 18 minutes ago, so that's going to cause a bit of traffic there on 94 going east. 94 going west is also pretty heavy in traffic. We also have an accident on the right shoulder on the Jane Addams I-90 east at Barrington Road, reported at 7:19 a.m. But Chicago Sky was looking pretty good. Lakeshore Drive is looking pretty good if you are headed towards the city. Let's take a look at our weather for today. Currently right now at the Strack and Van Til Studios, it is 45 degrees today. We are seeing highs of 61 degrees, lows of 43, some sun, cloudy, and breezy weather. Nighttime breezy and cloudy. On Wednesday, highs of 57 degrees, lows of 45 degrees, partly sunny and windy, partly cloudy and windy in the nighttime as well. And then Thursday, we are seeing highs of 54 degrees and lows of 40 degrees, windy with some periods of sun, becoming clearer in the nighttime. And that is all for your traffic and weather.
Thank you, Adrianna. So I want to thank Jim for coming in to do the interview with Boys and Girls Club and the YMCA regarding the Tolliston project that's taking place in Gary. I'm sure our listeners love to hear from Jed since he's sort of taken a sabbatical from doing his morning shows. That's why you have shows such as That's What They Said on Tuesday mornings with my new co-host. So we appreciate the opportunity. Definitely love having you, Michelle and Adrianna, as co-hosts.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we were talking earlier about the shutdown. We've been talking about a possible boycott during the biggest shopping season of the year. And we're going to talk about what's going on downstate as regard to the governor calling people back to session.
We're
going to talk about the rare earth minerals deal going on in China. A lot of things going on, but we also invite you, our listeners, to call in 219-845-1100 if there's something on your mind you want to talk about, either something we've already brought up or something that you've just been pressing.
Okay, so going back to the whole boycott thing, one of my esteemed besties texted me as we were yapping about it before, and she offers this, and I preface this, it is purely anecdotal because, she doesn't have the facts and figures. However, she did work for UPS for almost 20 years. She'll probably be like, no! But it was a long time. She worked there for a long, long time. And here's what she offers. She says, the timing of it is perfect. It hits corporations in their pocketbook and it sets the tone for the economy. If Black Friday spending is down, they judge the entire season based on those numbers. Gas doesn't work because people buy it before and the consumption doesn't go down. It's just spaced different. So that is her thought on it, and she would know because we remember that every single Black Friday, she would have to go in, and she was an executive, but she would have to go in and help package and get, for Black Friday shopping. It was a whole weekend thing. So, anecdotally, she would have an idea about, and that is her thought on it.
So Adrianna was mentioning before the break that she could see herself going a week without shopping. You, Michelle, you said you could.
Yeah, I could. I mean, I have Milewise as insurance, on my car. I have Allstate. So I am allotted X amount of miles per week.
On how far you can drive your car?
Yes. And I did that. See, here's what happened.
I never heard of that.
Yeah. What had happened was I switched over during COVID because, since we were all stuck.
Right. You weren't going anywhere.
I wasn't going anywhere. Well, then, when the world opened up and everything, well, now I'm driving and it's like, well, now I'm stuck.
Do you go over your limit?
What it is they give you X amount, you make your payment. And then if you reach, like right now mine is when it gets down to $40, then they refill it. They take out
like
the payment.
A phone card
sort of,
thing.
But they take it out of your, and so I have that. So anyway, I have, my behavior now, and I tried to switch out of it, but I just haven't yet. But now I've noticed that my driving, I'm very strategic about driving now. So, and I'm also...
Wow. I can't even imagine.
It's you do.
You have to be very disciplined to do that, like a person who could live on a budget. I mean, I'm never disciplined.
Yeah,
I could never stay. I mean, I never have. I supersede every mileage warranty.
Oh no, I've gone over.
Gosh.
you try not to take the dongle out to, but I wouldn't recommend doing that to, go further than your allotted miles. But I'm also one of those people that as long as I have a working car in front of me, I could be in my, I spent most of last week in my house and I didn't leave.
Really?
Yeah, just because I could if I wanted.
I feel like I gotta leave every single day. I can't just
really
stay.
No.
Right.
I can. Oh yeah,
I'm restless. Adrianna, do you leave out every day, or can you stay in your apartment?
If I wanted to, but because of how COVID was, and like staying in from the middle of March all the way through August.
Yeah.
I think I can give myself maybe a week max, and then I'm like, okay, I need to go outside.
Oh
I
yeah,
need sunshine.
I agree that last week it got pretty heavy, and it's like, okay, now you got to get out of the house. You got to stop doom scrolling. You get out. But yeah, I can absolutely. So if I've got food in my house, I can absolutely stay in and,
crazy.
do
It's
the
like,
brain rot or whatever.
Even if I have food in the house, I feel like, oh man, I need to order something from Costco.
Yeah.
I need to have something delivered. I need to order something from Amazon. I can't just sit there and not order something.
Well, to show you how lame I am, Boo and I were talking about our trip to Vegas last year because Noah went with, his brother went with, and they were the ones, they went out, they went to gamble, they went walking around. Here I am in the hotel.
Doing what?
Watching TV or sleeping.
Michelle!
I know, lame, right? Absolutely. Well, I had an excuse I had a story that I was working on that I had to finish.
Okay.
And so that was part of it. But I was like, okay, if you guys want to go, it's bro time. Go, who am I to say, no, you can't, go hang out with your brother?
No, you didn't have to say that, but you could be downstairs in the shops.
Yeah, well, no, we eventually, that was what we did Monday, and that was when when I ziplined.
Okay, all right.
We did zipline. Oh yeah, that was hilarious. Me screaming, and I'm like, Boo, did you hear me? Because I'm like, oh my god, and he's like, oh yeah, I heard you.
Well, Adrianna, now that you're of age, you haven't been to Vegas yet, have you?
No, I have not. I would like to go, but I'd like to go when I am able to
afford it.
Yes, able to afford it, but also for one of our classes that I'm taking next semester, script writing, they enter us into a competition, and if we win the competition, they send us out to where the conference is, and it is in Vegas.
That's exciting.
So
you are going to win the competition.
I'm gonna try my very best to do so
Nice.
I can get a trip to Vegas paid by B&W.
What is the subject? Have you already picked the subject of your script?
I don't know anything about the class, so
okay.
I do not know if they give
That's
us
second
a title.
semester thing.
That would be a question for Matt. Matt already took the class, and he did go to Vegas.
He
Nice.
did.
He did go. He did win,
Congratulations.
and he said he loved it. It was really fun. So I'm excited. Hopefully, crossing fingers that senioritis is not hidden to where I'm just like, I'm ready. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore because it's going to be in April.
Well, just think about Vegas.
Think about Vegas.
Yes, a free trip to Vegas.
It is. It is a lot different because I went. The first time we went was, I think it was 2001. And Vegas is very, very different now than it was
That's
then.
what I hear. And I also hear that the heat isn't too bad because my mother, she hates the heat. She hates everything to do with heat. But she said when she went to Vegas, she's like, I can actually, this is fine. I'm cool with this.
Oh, it was like downright chilly when we were there last year because we were there in November. It was right after the election. So, yeah, it was definitely chilly, but it's.
I think she went summertime.
Okay, interesting.
I used to love to take my kids to Vegas because we stay at Excalibur.
Okay.
And, it was the jousting and the whole thing there.
Right.
And then go to Circus and just watch circus act after circus act after circus act, that sort of thing. But Vegas has gotten a lot more expensive than it used to be. Before you could go get a hotel room for under $50.
Yeah.
Now you're going to pay.
Because I thought it was always that, how I heard growing up was that the tickets to fly to Vegas are going to be cheap because you're going to spend all your money once you get there.
Yeah,
Right.
well, that's the
But
gambling
then
they want you in the
now,
shows.
It's like $200 for just one way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's gotten a lot more expensive. Those overnight buffets that you could eat for $10 and no longer exist.
No.
Prime rib for $10.
Yeah.
no more.
So it's
you
not
still
like
can
in the
get
National
tickets.
Lampoons when they go to Vegas. It's not going to be like that anymore.
No, when we
Darn.
went, because I've talked about this before. Boo and I have this thing. We call it eating like a-holes, where we go and we have really expensive, just, we are going to eat, and so we went to the steakhouse we stayed at the Aria, and
Nice.
so we had this meal, and they had Wagyu beef.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, and the real stuff now.
Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar, it's
That's
Japanese,
expensive.
Yeah.
grass-fed beef with all the what they give those cows milk to or something. I'm saying something to make it
Whatever they
super tender.
do, yeah, it is.
Let's
And
see
so
what they feed those.
they had, our meals. We didn't get the Wagyu steak for our meals. It was the step down, which, I mean, the food was phenomenal, but there was the little bit of Wagyu. And I actually, because again, eating like a-holes, that was my dessert. We got a little slab of Wagyu and we divided it up between the three of us. And it was like $200. This tiny 2-ounce piece of meat was $200, but that's what we did. And then they gave us another dessert for
So
free.
Wagyu beef has the marbling, it's unique, buttery, and velvety texture that almost
Yeah.
dissolves in your mouth. So imagine a steak,
Yeah.
almost dissolving in your mouth. But I was
Yeah.
trying to think what they feed those cows because
Yeah,
it's
it was
something else.
fantastic, but yeah, that was dessert. And then, they gave us this other dessert where they poured chocolate on it and it melted perfectly, and it was great, but yeah, it's really expensive. And then the day that I went out with the boys, we went to the shops, and I remember we went to Hermes.
Oh.
And Boo was like, do you want something? And I'm like, no, because it was.
Do you know that when you look at the pyramid of handbags,
Hermes,
they're at the top.
Yeah, I know.
So you could have gotten a Birkin bag if he was buying.
Oh well, no, I would never. He does well. He ain't making Birkin money.
Okay.
No, I would never do that. But we did also go to Bottega.
Well, you could have been a true housewife of Atlanta.
Indeed. But I was just like, I couldn't bring myself to, because he was ready. He was ready to fork out for that Bottega bag.
You just wanted him to go buy the diamond instead.
No, I have my ring picked out, or I have the stone for my ring. I think, didn't I tell you, his first trip, as we were a couple, he went to Sri Lanka, and he brought back 6 Sri Lankan topazes.
Oh, nice.
And so I got one for I had one set for my mom. I gave one to each of my cousin Buzzy and her mom Kimmy, and then I made 2 into earrings, or I have a pair, I have these giant topaz earrings, and then the prettiest blue one I have kept for our ring. So,
wonderful.
And he is basically like, well, when that's time, you're going to pick it out because I am not going to be responsible because I don't want to hear about it. And I'm like, okay.
Wonderful.
So that's the plan.
Sounds good. So somehow we got on the subject of engagement rings in
Yeah,
Vegas.
and yeah, right.
And Vegas is an easy place to get married too. So if you get the blue topaz ring made, then next time you go to Vegas, you can
get
hit
married
the
by
Elvis Presley Chapel and get married. How's
Yeah,
that?
we
come back here and have a reception.
There, exactly. I don't want my reception. I always thought it would be like a backyard barbecue because can you imagine me at some sort of fancy nonsense?
Say
like
yes to the dress, Michelle.
See, that's going to be a problem.
Why?
Well, okay. First of all, I am of a certain age that I feel like wearing a ball gown, the big fancy white, it's like, okay, that's a little vulgar to me at 55. I'm just like, okay.
Excuse me.
Say.
Tell us your vision, Adrianna, of your marriage, of when you get married. Do you plan to, just have
to do
the whole princess?
Oh.
Did you have a quinceañera?
I did have a quinceañera.
Okay.
So I'm the only girl in my family.
Okay.
So I grew up with my mom and my tias and all that, watching Say Yes to the Dress, and they told me even if I didn't want it, they're just like, by the way, we're going to Kleinfeld. You're the only one.
Did you go?
She hasn't gotten engaged
Not
yet,
engaged.
Michelle. Give her
Oh.
time.
There's
Okay.
no
No,
man
I
in my
thought
life.
But when she does,
when I do, they're like, we're gonna go to Kleinfeld and everything.
Fantastic.
But
Yeah.
I've already told them, because they did this with my quinceañera. They made me try on dresses that were just like, it's a tradition. They're like, here, try this dress on that has all the feathers and
Yes.
gaudy stones.
Sure.
What color? What
Just so
color
you
did
can
you
do it.
have?
For my quinceañera, I had maroon.
Okay.
Okay.
I had
Pretty.
maroon, but for my wedding, I told them, I was like, we're gonna go to a dress shop around here, and you guys can have all your fun, because if we're going to New York, it's business, it's
Right.
serious. And then my dad and my grandfather, when he was like, they were laughing at us because they're just like, yeah, like, you're gonna go to Kleinfeld, and my mom's like, all we just need is the checkbook. We don't need it. We don't. You guys can go.
Yeah,
You
you
guys
don't.
go-
You
go
don't
to the
gotta
bar.
go.
There's
Go
stuff
watch the
they can
game.
do in New York while you're at the dress
Go
shop.
watch the game. We'll be at the dress shop. But they wanted, they're like, we're gonna do the whole big thing, and I'm in between, like, do I want the big hall with like the ballroom and everything, or do I want just like outdoor, get a bunch of tents, and then we spend the money on like all that? But I already told them I don't want a wedding cake. I find it
So what do you want? The cupcakes or donuts
give,
or
give
the
me
whole
a little
thing?
ice cream bar.
Oh.
I do not want a wedding cake.
Ice cream bars.
Interesting.
And I told them, I'm like, I don't want banquet food. Give me a taquero. Give
Okay.
me the guy making the tacos outside.
Okay.
I rather people enjoy the food,
Yeah.
because every time I go to weddings, quinceañeras, or anything that has banquet food,
The CBS,
people
right?
don't really enjoy it. Like, it's okay. Sometimes banquet food is great. It depends
Right.
on where you're at.
Right.
But just like the normal, like, would you rather have chicken or beef?
Chicken, beef, and sausage.
Yep.
Let me get something people are all going to enjoy. You're going to enjoy tacos? There you go. Whatever you want on your tacos.
I'd enjoy the chicken.
Yeah. No, Boo wants Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
There you go.
Yep.
Do you know Chick-fil-A now has vending machines? Did
Yes.
you hear this?
He sent that to me. He's like,
It's
look.
only for the cold items, and it's not open on Sundays, just like the shops. So
Yeah.
they do not replenish on Sundays, but they do, replenish and have save-by dates and all that have
Okay.
you. But Chick-fil-A vending machines.
He sent that to me, and I was just like, oh, okay.
So
All right.
Chick-fil-A at your wedding.
We'll figure
And
something
tacos
out.
at yours.
I love the idea of a taco bar.
Yeah,
or,
had the taco man out there. I don't know why it just tastes better when they make
That's
it right
right.
there in front of you.
Yep.
But yeah, that, and then I remember some family members, they're just like, your future husband, you think he's gonna be okay with that? I'm like, if he's marrying me, he's gonna be okay with whatever. He don't care. He's gonna show up. That's all he has to do is show up. He don't care nothing else.
That's kind of
just show up.
Boo's
Just
thought
be
too.
there.
He's like, yeah, you're that's all you. I want nothing
I didn't
to do
marry
with
a
it.
just show up guy. He had his hands in everything.
You're just gonna show up, and the color scheme, you're gonna wear whatever I put you in.
Oh, I just got a message from Boo. Boo said, Boo wishes he had Birkin money. So yeah, that's why I said he does well, but he ain't Birkin money. we ain't all that. So
sounds good.
But anyway, so what else are we talking about? Yeah, so speaking of Boo, last night we were talking about the Chinese minerals.
What's going on with that?
Okay, so Trump is over in Asia right now.
He's in Japan right now.
Okay, so he's
Just
taking
met the new prime minister, who happens to be their first female prime minister.
Oh, I'm sure that went well.
Yeah.
He was actually very
Was he
polite and respectful.
Oh,
there we go.
Yes.
That's
all
good to
right,
hear.
good to hear.
Good news.
Yes.
Good news. Woo!
Yes. He didn't try and come on to her or any of that. He
Good.
Was,
Good. So, we were talking about, because I was, again, I was reading, and I was like, oh, did you hear about this? He's like, yes. China is about to set up their export controls on rare minerals. So, what that means, that means they get to control how they send their minerals out. And I'm sure he's like typing furiously that I'm, not explaining this correctly. But what that can mean is China will, not at their whims, but I don't know if it's tariffs or whatever. But the bottom line is, if China levels these, the U.S. is desperately trying to make a deal with China. Please let us keep having these, because if we don't have them, it'll take about 2 months before the auto industry is going to have to start shutting down again, like it did during COVID.
What's real important to electric vehicles.
Yeah, electric vehicles,
smartphones as well.
Right. Also, your outside mirrors on your car is what they use in this stuff. And if we don't have it, good luck if your car breaks down, and because we're gonna play heck trying to get the stuff again. And so and like in Europe, they're recycling these minerals, which is great, but as I compared, like desalinating ocean water, nobody has a practical way to do it yet. So you can do it, but you can't do it on the large scale that it needs to be done.
No, you can do it if you get shipwrecked and you need.
Right.
And your raft has some tablets to drop in some water.
Right.
To take care of you guys on the raft, but it ain't taking care of the whole ocean.
Right. And so I don't understand why like California, why they haven't perfected desalinating ocean water on a large scale.
It would really help with the droughts.
You would think, but it's always cost prohibitive, or, if somebody knows better why that is such a problem. But it's like, I would think, what the Earth is, 2/3 water? We have it.
Yeah.
Why
it's
haven't
very
we
interesting why scientists have not come up with a solution for that.
A way to do it, because, the West Coast is running out of water, of potable water. It's a problem. You have the solution.
No, maybe when the governor of California becomes president.
Maybe, yes.
Starts, putting people in position that can figure that out.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Well, we're going to take a little break because it is 8:01 a.m. You're listening to That's What They Said. We got to put in that station ID every half an hour.
Woot.
But, let's have you guys take a little break, and then we'll be back talking about what's next on our agenda.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, we're going to finish up on these rare earth minerals, and then we're going to talk about the governor of Indiana.
Doing the redistricting.
All right. Well, you're listening to That's What They Said on WJLB and on YouTube. We will be right back after you hear from our sponsors, which now you guys are able to see, which we're very happy about because there's no more of the elevator music for a good 5 minutes in between each one. So you guys are able to see our sponsors and see why we are able to do what we do. Cool. So we will be right back after these messages.
Thank you.
If you're thinking of finishing your basement, installing outdoor security cameras, or your business has plans to break ground on a new project in 2024, Powering Indiana, Lake County is your source for the region's best electricians. With IBEW, Local 697 electricians, you're choosing the highest level of safety and reliability. Visit poweringindiana.org today and ensure your project is in the hands of skilled professionals.
From the gas in your car to the heat in your home and the roads that you drive on, our work powers daily life. We are USW Local 71, the proud men and women of the Whiting Refinery. We're not just refinery workers. We're your friends and neighbors, raising our families here, shopping in the same stores, and cheering in the same stands. USW Local 71, powering the region because we are the region.
Are you searching for a college where you belong? Calumet College of St. Joseph wants to know you and give you the support you need to succeed. Are you worried about how you'll pay for your degree? 95% of our students receive financial aid, including scholarships and grants. Need some extra help with your classes? You'll benefit from our small class sizes, free tutoring, internship planning, faculty mentors, and so much more. Come experience our accepting, supportive college family for yourself. Schedule your campus visit and apply at ccsj.edu.
Tech Credit Union supports the essential role of union labor in building strong communities. That's why we offer hassle-free banking, financial empowerment, and a commitment to your success. Save for the future, handle life's challenges, and trust a partner that stands by hardworking union members. Tech Credit Union, the better option for you and your money. Visit techcu.org or call 800-276-8324. Tech Credit Union, supporting union families every step of the way.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Welcome back to That's What They Said here on WJOB AM 1230, 104.7 FM. I'm Verlie Suggs, my co-host Michelle Quinn and Adrianna Alvarez. We're going to give you a quick update on the traffic and weather. We're with you until 9 o'clock, and we always invite you to call in at 219-845-1100.
Yep.
Go ahead, Adrian.
So let's take a look at our traffic. There we go.
I've got a new topic. Go ahead.
Okay. We still got that earlier accident on I-65 north before 61st Avenue, exit 255. Reported at 4 a.m. That is on 65 going north. So we're going to have a little bit of traffic there. That shows from 65 north before 61st Avenue all the way through US 30 before the connector. So we have a little bit of traffic there. 80 going east and west is looking pretty good. 90 going east and west is looking good. Skyway is looking good. Lakeshore Drive is looking good. We do got an accident. Left two lanes are blocked on I-55 north before 115th Street. That was updated about 35 minutes ago, and that's where you're going to have a little bit of traffic on that connector there for the Dan Ryan to the Bishop Ford. And we also have an earlier accident on the Dan Ryan I-94 east before 79th Street, 60C. That was reported and updated about 30 minutes ago. Also another accident. Left two lanes are blocked on the Dan Ryan I-90-94 local lanes west before 47th Street, exit 56B. So that was updated about 34 minutes ago. So you're going to have a bit of traffic on there on the Dan Ryan and the Bishop Ford as well. We do got some traffic on the Stevenson Expressway going north, and that's due to the slow ramp on the inbound to the Dan Ryan. And you're going to see most of that traffic on South Central Avenue. Eisenhower Expressway going east and west is looking pretty heavy in traffic all the way through. We do have, let's see here, that slow traffic on the exit ramp, Tri-State I-294, so that's going to cause a bit of traffic going that way. 94 going east and west in the city area is looking pretty heavy in traffic. We still got that earlier accident on the Kennedy I-90 east before Illinois 171 Cumberland Avenue exit 79. That was reported about 30 minutes ago, so you're still going to see a bit of heavier traffic in that area. Taking a look at our weather, currently right now at the Shrek Evento Studios, it is 46 degrees. Today we are seeing highs of 61 degrees and lows of 43 degrees. Cloudy, breezy throughout this entire week for Wednesday and Thursday as well. Highs of 57 degrees, lows of 45 degrees, and highs of 54 degrees, lows of 40 degrees on Thursday. So that is all for your traffic and weather.
Thank you, Adrianna.
Okay.
So, Michelle, what was so funny?
Hold on to your butts, everybody. I just got a text from a friend. Your buddy, Jennifer Ruth Green, has announced she's running 1st District again.
Well,
she's announcing that before the governor calls session back in for November 3rd to try and redistrict the state of Indiana.
Yeah, did you see how they're redistricting one? Did you see that? Do you think Jennifer's got a chance?
Not at all, but she's not the only one who's already thrown their hat in the ring.
Well,
so she thought before she could count on Gary, she could forget it.
Well, has Randy thrown his hat in yet?
No,
or?
but the young lady downstate, I'll have to get you her name. She threw her hat in.
Oh, what, for District 1?
Yes.
Oh.
A Republican.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Let's take the phone call, and then I will try and find her name.
Okay.
Okay. Good morning, Cole. You're on the air.
Oh, boy, oh, boy. You know y'all know how to make me call, don't you?
Oh, Ron Matlock.
Hi, Ron. How's it going?
Good morning.
You talk about Jennifer Ruth Green, and you talking about this guy talking about to want to reopen the government. I mean, this guy wants to redistrict it in Mike Braun.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just tell you something. I talked to a good friend of mine, and I was telling him that I believe that you can't blame everything on Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer is not going to give away your Medicare and Medicaid. He's not going to do that. And the Republicans got both houses, and same thing in Indianapolis. Mm-hmm. So why are they blaming the Democrats? If you got the votes, but no, they want Chuck Schumer and the rest of the Democrats
to capitulate.
Absolutely. And now, lo and behold, we got a good congressman here. And I talked to a friend of mine, and I told him, he said he won't take calls. I said, he'll take calls, but he don't want to be set up at WJOB. He's taking calls on WLTH radio. Frank Mervan will take calls.
Yeah.
But for him to be beat up, Frank is he's one of probably the best congressmen we've had, and I say that because we've had some good ones, including the good friend of mine, Katie Hall, but she wasn't in office long enough. Okay, mm-hmm. Frank Mervan has done a tremendous job in our community, and I don't blame him for not wanting to go on a radio station that's set up by a host that don't like him anyway. Why would you do that?
No,
so let's get something straight.
Okay.
Ron Matlock,
yes,
because you mentioned about WJOB. Actually, Congressman Mervan does come on WJOB. He's come on with Jim Delow a number of times and taken calls. So so he does come on and he does take calls. He picks and chooses which show he wants to come on, which he should.
And he has the right to do that.
Well, he has that right to do so.
100%.
Most definitely. But he does come on here and he does take calls.
Yeah, because it's my understanding, and I know, and when I talk to people, I say, sometimes whatever Frank would do, good, they would never say he's good. And I question them. I say, it seems like we're one-sided here. We just want to vote. All the Democrats are bad and all the Republicans are good. What is wrong with this redistricting thing? They got 7 out of 9 districts. Why would they want to just pick pretty soon they're going to go in Indianapolis too with
Carson.
Carson.
He is part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hear Jennifer Ruth Green. She came in last time around. Y'all just broke the news here that she's going to be running again. She better be running for Lake Michigan. I tell you that, because right now she thinks she got a dose of medicine this last time. She was fired. She was fired, even though she said she resigned. And then
she was given the choice. That's how that was.
Right. No, okay. So give me a break. But anyway, I know that people really want to go and say, "There you go again, Ron. There you go again." Okay, I'm gonna let y'all take some other calls. Okay, thank you for.
Well, Ron, thank you for your call.
We got one more caller.
Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning, Verlie and Michelle.
Good morning.
How are you?
Ariana. Good to hear all of you. Love your show.
Thank you.
I want to go back to your first hour, if I may.
Sure.
And there was a comment made about a national day of boycotting businesses.
Yes. Yes, you are also a package person.
Yes. I am staunchly against that because, yes, I am a package person. And I have been for a long time.
Right.
Only have 3 more years. But
yay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm against that because when you start boycotting businesses, you're boycotting businesses like Big Frank's Sausage, and Clean Car Wash, and a lot of the sponsors, Kuziak Construction. You're boycotting local family-owned businesses.
Sure.
I would much prefer, and you're right, Michelle, that on a national scale, that is next to impossible to organize. It's just extremely difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I would much rather have a national day of voter registration.
Okay.
And get people to register. You want that challenge instead of boycotting a family-owned business? Register one person or talk to one person about getting registered.
Mm-hmm.
And, to me, that's what's infectious, and that's the only way the people will regain power over the oligarchs. It's just math. Every election is just math. But this is more vitally important than ever, especially with all the voter suppression. You're getting this unprecedented redistricting halfway through a census cycle, right? I mean, it's never happened before.
No.
And yes, there's redistricting on both sides, but this is something unprecedented, and it's not being hid. It's solely to maintain power in Washington.
Cheating.
Period.
It is cheating.
Yeah, well, they're moving the goalposts, and it just, looking at that, I would much prefer people to be registered and vote and use the power that they have than to boycott a business. That's just my personal opinion.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't agree with the boycotting.
Mm-hmm.
In that regard.
Who does that hurt? Who does it hurt and who does it benefit? Right? If you don't like the big box corporate stores, then go to the Ace Hardware.
Right. Oh, sure.
Hardware on Broadway or one on 45th and Munster or wherever. Yeah. Just, it's I am all about small business because that's the backbone. And that money stays in your community.
Right. Absolutely.
So I'm going to step off my soapbox.
I appreciate that.
Tell Kathy that I actually ran into some of her coworkers. Didn't know her son is a teacher now.
Oh, yeah. This is his 3rd year. He's an English teacher. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I met a class of students going to Washington, D.C. And they all knew her and definitely great things to say.
Hey,
about him
she's
as
always
well.
enjoyed that. She's always enjoyed that.
Wonderful.
She didn't enjoy seeing the picture of the East Wing torn out, though.
Oh my goodness.
She's been in the White House a few times for the tour, and a friend of hers actually knows some of the security there, and actually got to walk through the kitchen and the flower shop.
Oh wow,
which is kind of cool. Yeah, which is tiny. I guarantee the White House kitchen, Verlie, is smaller than your kitchen.
Oh my goodness. Wow,
that's crazy.
It's little. It's little. Yeah.
Wow.
Michelle, did you have a question?
I was going to ask, has Kathy's son been at the same school for 3 years, or?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Then I was thinking there was someone that was a permanent sub last year, and I was like, wait, is that Kathy's son? But no, if he's been at the same school, then no, this was not the same person.
Yeah, right out of Purdue Northwest here.
Okay.
And his wife now,
oh wow,
Serene.
Yeah.
She's a nurse right out of Purdue. So
very cool.
Two really, and they purchased a home a couple of years ago.
Nice
in Griffith, and really the American dream.
Okay.
I mean, it's just they're doing extremely well, and I'm very proud of them. And
excellent.
Yeah, just keep it going.
Cool.
Hey, let me ask you one quick question before
Sure.
you have to hang up. I know once you get to your job, you can't talk on the phone.
Exactly.
What are your thoughts about this 2.5? Is it 2.5 or 2.3 million dollar home for sale right around the corner from you?
What do you think of that? It's 4 houses down from me.
Well, okay. First of all, I didn't. Go ahead.
It's spectacular. It's a family. They actually own a couple businesses. One in town and the other is in Michigan.
Okay.
Very successful, and they spent a lot of money for a teardown and built that beautiful home. And Verlie, to answer your question, they're not making any more lakefront property. And that same home in Union Pier
or New Buffy, right?
Or New Buffalo, add another $1 million to that, right? It's and it's just I've never been in it. I've walked by it quite a few times, and it's spectacular. And if they get that, good for them and good for Gary.
Most definitely. And I love that you said good for Gary. Thanks for your call, Dave.
You got it. Take care.
Yeah, I never knew that house was down there. All the houses.
Well, it was a tear down. They actually, I think, spent almost $500,000 just to buy the property,
right,
and tear down the house that was existing and built this new house there.
I can't see all those houses out there. They're all so quirky, and I love the Miller Beach. I dated a couple guys that lived out there, and I loved the whole Miller.
Boo, that was
the
before
vibe.
you.
Yeah, he knows, but. I would. It's like, what did you tear down to build that? Because all those houses out there, they have such charm, and so why would you tear down to, But
well, I mean, a lot of the homes that still have the charm are still there.
Yeah.
But for the people who are coming in from Chicago,
sure,
want that lakefront property, want that view,
yeah,
want those stories to take them up higher.
Yeah.
They have to tear down what's there to get it.
Sure.
And if you have the money to do so.
Indeed.
Most definitely.
You can't tell someone how to spend their money. You can try, but, it is what it is.
It is. 219-845-1100. So the governor of the state of Indiana has called for everyone to come back downstate so that they can take a vote on redistricting.
I thought they already did that, and they didn't.
November 3rd. No, they have not. They're coming on November 3rd.
Yeah, and it's before their, I think November 19th is their whatchamacallit day. That it's the day that they all go down anyway.
Okay.
It's, I forget what the name of it is, but they go down there to set the tone. What are we going to be talking about this time? And, I know.
Yeah, I'm having a brain freeze right now.
Yep.
Right.
But, yeah, so they're doing it in conjunction with that because once they call it, they've got, it's a 30-day session.
Mm-hmm.
So they call it November 3rd. So by, the end of November, first week of December, they're going to have to have hammered this out.
Right. Because the election is coming up.
Right.
Midterm elections.
Right.
Donald Trump is concerned with his big, beautiful fiasco.
Yeah.
That they said possibly 290,000 people in Indiana will lose health insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't have the votes right now. He's afraid with the midterms that he's going to lose
that
even
he's
more.
Get shellacked.
It's
yeah.
going to even be worse. And so they want to take away the only two Democratic congressmen from the state of Indiana that there are.
Mm-hmm.
That's Andre Carson and Frank Mervan.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to ensure that they redraw that district so that Republicans can possibly win it. Now, is that called stacking the deck?
It is called stacking the deck. That is cheating. Cheating is what that is.
So that's the only way they can win.
Yep.
Now, we know you just mentioned Jennifer Ruth Green. I can't find the lady's name who I thought I just read, that a lot of Republicans were kind of waiting in the wings to hear if this redistricting was going to take place before they threw their hat in the ring. But I did read about another woman, and I can't find it, who had possibly thrown her hat in the ring for this congressional race.
Yeah, I haven't heard
despite
anything.
the redistricting taking place.
Okay.
And so the fact that, the Republicans are so gun-ho on this, and they talk about the gerrymandering that Democrats do, but they have the majority.
Mm-hmm.
So if you already have the majority, what is the reason why you have to take those 2 district seats?
Right, exactly. And, I think their thought is, okay, if we redistrict it, further than we already have, then the Democrats will never have a chance to regain things. But I would ask you, what if they do anyway? What if they do, and what's going to happen when the Democrats get back in and get to redistrict again?
Well, are they ever going to get back in?
Well,
I don't see that happening.
No, I mean, in Indiana, I don't know, but I think we're a lot more purple than, I don't think we're strictly, like a Wyoming, I think is like all, for the, 500,000 people that live in Wyoming, of course it's red because, there's 500,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
But, I think that there is much more Democratic, than anybody wants to admit, I'm sure.
See, I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I think that when Barack Obama won,
right,
and won, then we could say we were more purple. But I think
Sure.
after that period of time, that we have become far more red than purple.
Okay.
When we had like the Blue Dog, Democrats, things like that, I think those days have changed.
Okay, maybe.
And just by the governorship, I mean, we've had Democratic governors. We haven't and probably never will. Again, I don't see the state changing like that. I don't see us purple. And the fact that you feel you have to cheat in order to take away the 2 blues that exist.
Well, that might be...
2 blues do not make a red purple when it's that many reds.
Right.
They just kind of get lost in the red.
Well, I would think that people, again, like, for example, I'm going to, spitball here and tell me if I'm not making sense, but just like if I have my car sitting out in front of my apartment, I can choose to stay in my house, right? Mm-hmm. If you don't have a choice, do we think that people, will they stay home and not vote? Or are people going to get mad enough that they don't have the choice? Look, I know that there's another candidate, right? I want to have the choice to vote for that candidate and make it count. Do you see where I'm going with this? Am I making sense?
So do you think that people will give up?
Don't know. Maybe that's the question.
I would hope that the people would see the great job that the congressman is doing and support him regardless to their party affiliation.
Sure.
But that's the rose-colored glasses.
Right.
The reality is that people have fallen in line to the degree that you would never expect.
Right.
So it's very difficult to see how people are going to go. It's even if you look at in the churches, how people are so divided. You have a Catholic priest at the airport in Gary protesting immigration flights leaving from Gary.
Yep.
And then you have other Catholic priests in conservative churches heralding the deportations. So you're divided right there in a faith.
Sure. Christians too.
Most definitely. When you look at evangelicals versus other Christians.
Yep.
So it's sad that it came to this point where we are today.
Mm-hmm.
But if we don't stop it in the midterms, then who knows what the future holds.
We have obviously Jennifer. Good luck. Good luck. You know, because first
I'm
now
not wishing her good luck.
No. But first of all, now all these Republican candidates, what's going to be fun to watch is them out extreme each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who's
more up Trump's behind?
Yeah. So that'll be fun to watch. But you know, and I guess it also proves that, you know, we are a state or country of definitely no shame. Because if these accusations that Jen was fired or, you know, resigned and has all this looming stuff behind her, she already had it. She already went through it with Frank.
Yes. And are you familiar with any of this, Adrianna, and this?
I remember when Frank Mervan and Jennifer Ruth Green were running against each other.
I do remember
during that, and I had speech class. It was my first semester in college. Yeah, that was happening, and there was a big thing on women's reproductive rights at that time, that they were going to overturn Roe v. Wade. And I remember we were doing a speech. I believe it was, I don't remember what kind of speech it was, but basically it was a topic and informative. It was an informative speech.
Okay.
And I said that I wanted to do a topic on why women's health care is important and why women should have the right to choose.
Right.
And there was a guy in the class that he did his on why women should not have the right to choose.
Beautiful. How did that go?
During the class, I remember seeing that individual wear "Vote for Jennifer Ruth Green" on his shirt.
Cool.
Now, when we did the speeches, our professor, she unfortunately had gotten COVID, so we had a few virtual classes. And he did his speech on the virtual, and you had the option to do it right then and there, or you could just submit your speech. Well, I wasn't done yet with mine, so I was like, okay, I'm going to submit it. Well, he did his. Let's just say I never wanted anybody to get a bad grade. I never thought anybody deserved a bad grade, but I saw the drop in the professor's face. She was a female too, but I don't know whatever side. But you saw her face drop, and as he showed her in picture, she was just like, you gotta keep going. What are you doing?
Right.
I don't know what grade they got, but I was just like, oh, so this is what we're doing now. That I didn't think that men cared so much about something that they don't have. But here we are.
But they do like to control it.
They like to control it. Here we are. I got an A on mine.
Congratulations.
Okay. Good.
I got an A on mine. I don't know what that other individual had gotten, but I like to think that it was just based on facts and presentation, not whether or not you were for or against it. Either way, I believe I made my point very clear, and I remember re-recording
I'm sure
it
she
a bunch
probably
of
still
times.
has the same stance.
I was re-recording it a bunch of times because I was so infuriated at that point in time, because I was just like, why is a man over here saying that he should decide on what a woman should do? Because you don't have the body anatomy for it.
No.
Why does it affect you? It does
All right,
not
so
affect
let me
you.
ask you this though.
And
that's one scenario. You're debating a man.
Yes.
But what happens when you debate her?
At that point, it's
because she is a woman deciding.
If you decide that you don't want to do that, that's your choice. But that's the best thing about. And I don't want to say like, oh, she's trying to convert people to be pro-choice. No, it's your choice. That's the thing. You have the option to not choose those things. But for the people that decide that that's something that they need, and it's healthcare, because it's not just, that women want to use it as birth control, that, like they're going to go get an abortion. That's their form of birth control.
I can't imagine any woman using that as a method of birth control.
Because there's things called ectopic pregnancies.
Right.
And that's if you continue on with the pregnancy, it's where the child grows outside of the uterus,
right.
I believe. And if that pregnancy continues, both can die at that point in time.
Right.
It is a medically necessity. It's a medical necessity. Necessity. Yes, words.
Yeah.
Medical necessity of. It's just healthcare at that point in time. And people don't like to look at that, and also it's contraceptives. It's vasectomies. It's different forms of birth control. But the moment you take all of that away, and when Roe v. Wade was overturned, they're just like, okay, well, abstinence is your form of birth control. Well, there's a low drop in the birth weight and a male epidemic loneliness. I wonder why. And it's just so many things. And I remember that was one of the main things that I was like, oh, okay, so this is life now. This is something that has to happen. Okay, cool. And it's one of those things that you have to keep advocating for it. And even though they're like, well, this is what people wanted, they wanted it to go to the states and make their decision.
Yeah, look what's happened in Indiana now. We've got hospitals closing their maternity wards because they don't want the liability of women giving birth or women, having problematic births.
It's very interesting. And one of the things that I heard, and I don't know how true it is, but they're going to make it in cases of rape that if a woman does get raped and she wants an abortion, then she has to have something signed by the person that did rape her in order to get the abortion. If the person did that, I don't think that they are going to be so willingly to sign a paper.
Absolutely not. They want their baby.
So that I don't understand those concepts and those aspects that makes it okay, but that's the world that we live in, that it's becoming something that has to be okay. And I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me that that's something that's happening.
So we got to make sure if there is a congressional debate that our own Adrianna Alvarez is one of the moderators.
Get her down there.
Definitely. We need someone of her age group, her caliber of intelligence, her diversity of thought. We definitely need people like her asking the questions instead of some of the same old people who have continued to do it over and over again. So League of Women Voters, if you are the ones in charge,
keep your legs closed.
Reach out.
And then it's just like, okay, go tell that to the men that are, it's men and women that do it. It's not just men, but go tell that to the individuals that are afflicting this on other people, and then ask them if it's so easy for them to do so.
My biggest problem with Jennifer Ruth Green was the fact that she accused Frank Mervan of something that he was not guilty of and never apologized fully for
I remember that one.
Yeah.
I do remember that one.
That is my biggest problem, that she did not take ownership of the fact that somebody from within the veterans organization.
Yeah, that it was an. I don't even think it was a leak. I think it was an honest
that they gave that information.
They gave the information to Adam Wren, and I've told this story before, but it bears repeating.
Go ahead.
I was there. Adam Wren. This was when I was at the Griffith Airport.
I remember.
Yes, and I was, I waitressed for a long time at the restaurant in the airport, Mi Tierra, and Adam Wren walks in. Him and his photographer, they walk in, and they were ordering a beer, so he gives me his ID, and I'm like, wait, the Adam?
They didn't know you were Michelle Quinn.
Well, no. I don't think I even won any awards at that point, but I was just all excited, and I'm like, why are you here? And then, right afterwards, here comes Jennifer walking in, and they had that interview, and they were there talking about the leak and the allegations or whatever it was about did she correct me? Did she already say that she had suffered the trauma? She had said that, and then afterwards Adam had gotten the paperwork that said maybe not.
Right.
Well, but anyway,
But the paperwork actually came from the VA, didn't it?
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the part I'm talking about.
Right.
I know you were there.
Yeah, but no. And I never heard, because I was trying to be polite, but
Would you like a refill on your coffee?
Yeah, exactly. No, I stayed I stayed away.
Do you have to disclose that? So, like, when you're in a public setting and you're a reporter and you're hearing something that could possibly be a breaking story. I mean, because that's how a lot of breaking stories have taken place, for being in the right place at the right time.
Right.
They don't know. They think you're just a waitress.
I probably could have, but I think I identified myself. I think I told Adam that I work for the local paper. Okay. I know I can't remember if I told him beforehand or as they were leaving. Mm-hmm. I know I told them, though. So I kind of feel like I did it
So
afterward.
you gave him full disclosure.
Yeah.
And then he could say, well, this is off the record. But,
Right. But anyway, like I said, I didn't know that that's what they were discussing at the time because, of course, when I came up to do my job and, refills and take plates and stuff, I didn't hear any of the conversation.
Did she fly in or did she drive in?
No, they were there. She flew them.
She flew them.
And I believe, wasn't she affiliated with Hammond
With
Baptist?
the church, right.
I think, she's an HBer. Mm-hmm. And she was a pilot for them. And so she took Adam up and, she was doing her whole spiel. Mm-hmm. And so that's why they were there. And I know that HB has planes out at Griffith.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my number one fault with her. Of course, the issue that Adrianna mentioned about women's rights. Mm-hmm. But the fact that, something was out there, you allowed it to be put on your opponent, mm-hmm. and it was not the case.
Right.
But that was your main story, that he was the one that leaked this information.
Right. But that's what they do now.
Yeah.
That is how it works. We don't apologize, and we keep drumming it in.
We don't eat the crow like you did this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't taste good, but, if you're wrong, you're wrong. And I don't think it does anybody, I used to think that it doesn't do anybody any favors to not admit that you're wrong. But apparently now you get to be president by not admitting you're wrong. So, obviously my way of thinking is out of date. So, but yeah. So Jen's... All in all, Jen's running again. That's cool.
I was kind of hoping she wouldn't, but,
Well, again, now the more that have to run, they're going to out extreme each other.
Well, they run in a primary, though. So that's fine.
Right.
They're going to run in a primary. It's going to eliminate one of them. So can Jennifer Ruth Green beat a Randy Niemeyer? I
guess
she's not
we'll
part
find
of
out.
the good old boys club that he is.
We'll find out.
So, to me, when she ran, who did she have? Leva? Was he
Leva, yes.
Leva? I mean, he was like the
perennial
easiest person to beat.
Right.
So, she beat him. But if Randy Niemeyer gets into this race, can she beat him?
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
It would be the people from Chicago who moved into those areas of St. John and Dyer and Cedar Lake. Mm-hmm. Those people would maybe be more receptive to her than the good old boys.
You think?
That are Randy Niemeyer supporters. So I don't know if it's enough of them that could help her beat him. I don't think so.
I don't think so either, and I don't necessarily think that they're going to be open to her.
Yeah. Can you see Andy or any of these Lake County Republicans coming out and supporting her over him?
Not over him, no.
Not over him, exactly.
Absolutely not.
So she has a far more difficult race this time around.
Yep.
The other thing is, all the money that poured in from the national Republican parties to support her candidacy was money down the drain. Is that drain stopped this time?
Don't know.
I sincerely doubt it.
Well, I guess it will depend on if this redistricting, because remember, folks, just because they're calling the redistricting, there are still 11 people out there that are not for it. They do not have the votes. They still do not have the votes.
Well.
So we'll see if that continues.
Yeah, what kind of pressure will they exert on those 11 people to try and bring them over to their side?
I don't know.
Because those people are probably smart enough to know it's not right and that something like that can come back and bite them.
Right, but also it will come back to bite them if they don't do it.
Well, here's the other thing. States like California, New York, others that have strong Democratic
that will wipe out. Yes,
they can actually say, "Hey, we may need a redistrict too."
Well, California is about to vote. Yep, California is about to go to vote for Prop 50. that would temporarily get rid of, the Republican, their Republican senators or whatever, or representatives.
Right. I was going to say they don't have any Republican senators, right?
I'm not sure.
They're both Democrat.
But yeah,
Sure.
they're Republican representation. So Prop 50 would wipe that out. Was it Virginia? There was one state that already said that they're a Democratic state that they're doing it.
Okay.
It's not as big as California because Gavin is at least allowing them to, let the people do it. Let the people decide. But no, I know that one state already said no. Nope, we're doing it. So, okay, if that's we have no no rules here.
Yeah, so both of California's senators it's Adam Schiff and Alex Padilla. So California's okay when it comes to they don't need any more senators, but there are some congressmen that they could probably eliminate.
And that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll redistrict you out temporarily. Sorry, folks.
Yep. Tit for tat.
Yep.
Well, Adrianna, let's take a break.
Okay.
And then, of course, we'll come back with the final quarter
blatherings.
of the show. Yeah.
Final blatherings.
That's what they said.
All right.
Don't come with a warning. When legal issues arise, whether it's a car accident, personal injury, criminal charge, or representing you before municipal boards, you need a trusted advocate on your side. At Westland & Bennett, we listen first because your story matters. We provide strategic, personalized legal solutions to protect your rights, your freedom, and your future. Peace of mind starts with a conversation. Call 219-440-7550 today for a free consultation.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
Hard Rock Casino Northern Indiana wants to make you a winner every Friday in October with our $500K Double Down giveaway. Earn entries each week to boost your chance of winning a guaranteed $50,000. Then you can choose to walk away or risk half for a shot at $100,000 in cash. Do you dare to double down? Only at Hard Rock Casino Northern Indiana, just off Exit 6 I-8094. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Siri, read me that text.
Sorry, I can't complete your request.
You want me to read that?
No, I got it.
Construction zone.
I see it.
Watch it. Oh my God. You're gonna hit him!
Oh, fuck!
When driving in a construction zone, be smart, be alert, be in the zone.
This is Brian Short, Business Manager for the Indiana Laborers District Council. Everyone deserves a safe place to work. Do your part in the cone zone. Slow down, save lives. We're all in this together.
A message from Indiana's District Council of Laborers International Union of North America and affiliated locals.
There we go. Oh, maybe.
Welcome back.
I was like, hold on, I can't hear myself.
Okay.
I'm like, what are we talking
You're
about?
tuning into That's What They Said here on WJOB, AM 1230, 104.7 FM, Hammond, Indiana. Adrianna is going to give us a quick update on the traffic and weather, and then she's going to bring up her final topic for the final segment of the show this morning.
Okay. So I just had to make sure it was still there and that it wasn't taken down. But you might have already saw it on the screen there.
No, I didn't, actually.
It. Okay. Well, we're going to take a look at traffic and weather. Let's take a look at traffic first. So currently traffic, 80 going east and west is looking good. 90 going east and west is looking good. Chicago Skyways, toll roads looking good. We do got, let's see here, so much traffic. We got traffic happening on the connector of the Dan Ryan to the Bishop Ford, as well as an overturned vehicle on the Dan Ryan I-90-94 in the express lane south before 47th Street, and that's going to cause a bit of traffic. We also have slow down on the ramp to the inbound on the Dan Ryan Stevenson I-55 north before I-94. And let's see here. Stevenson, especially going north, is looking pretty heavy in traffic, but going south is looking pretty good. We have some traffic on the Eisenhower going east and west, but it has cleared up just a little bit. Still got that slow traffic on the Tri-States exit ramp, I-294 north at I-290. And 94 going east and west, more so into the city. It's looking a little heavier in traffic. Weather for today, currently right now at the Track and Van Studios, it is 48 degrees. Today we are seeing highs of 61, lows of 43, and throughout today, Wednesday, and Thursday, it's going to be a few partly cloudy and breezy weather. Highs of 57, lows of 45 on Wednesday, and highs of 54 and lows of 40 on Thursday. So it's off your traffic and weather. So the one thing that I want
All right,
to
let me just say this
Go
real
ahead.
quick before you bring up this final topic.
I had another one too, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mike, for tuning in. Not my husband, Mike, but another Mike. Thank you, Mike, for tuning in and sharing the information. Porter County Commissioner Barb, and I might say her name incorrect. Yes, announced for Congress. So I knew I had read that there was a Republican that had run. Announced that they were running. So
okay. And this thing may give you a little hope or whatever. So the headline here, GOP licking their chops over the voting rights case that they're waiting to see that, but face huge hurdle to midterm scheme. And so as Republicans eagerly await the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling in a pivotal Voting Rights Act case that could potentially change or eliminate the protection of racial communities of interest in redistricting, they are making plans to erase majority black and Hispanic districts in states they control. Clearly. However, as Politico reported on Tuesday, they face one key obstacle in this scheme. It's unlikely such a ruling could be made in time to have any impact on 2026.
Well, it'll have an impact because the people will go to the polls and vote these people out.
Well, precisely.
And
so
shift it back.
So a key example of how this might all play out is Florida, where Governor Ron DeSantis already eliminated key majority-minority districts to help the GOP capture 20 of the state's 28 seats in the last redistricting. He has repeatedly asserted that if the Supreme Court rules that states cannot consider race when drawing district lines, it will necessitate new congressional redistricting in the red state, per the report, specifically eyeing black and Hispanic districts in South Florida. However, despite an initial push to prepare for such redistricting, there's been little movement, the report noted, and even if the right-wing Supreme Court majority does give the GOP what it wants and allow more majority-minority districts to be dismantled, lawmakers will face a tight timeline to get new maps passed before the midterms. If a ruling drags on into the summer, when some of the highest profile cases are often decided, it could foreclose many states from redrawing the lines. So
stay tuned.
Yep, go ahead. Sorry, Adrianna.
No, it's all right. It's okay. So I don't know if you guys have been looking at the White House. It is the official whitehouse.gov and how they've been addressing the shutdown. Did you guys see?
You mean with their
Oh yeah,
announcement?
oh yeah,
Their Hatch Act
the
violation
Well, that in their opening statement when the government first shut down. Did you guys see that?
about the Democrats.
Yes, how they betrayed America and all that.
Yep. We betrayed America. Okay.
They've been doing updates on their website. So I'm going to show you guys while I talk about this. So as you can see, whitehouse.gov. Now, it goes into the East Wing expansion, how they're going to do it, their timelines, all that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. You scroll down a little bit more, major timeline events, and this is for the buildings that have been added and changed in the White House, right?
Okay.
So you have the design plans of 1798 to 1800. That was for George Washington. Cool. Rebuilding of 1814 to 1824 after the British War. Yep. You have the addition of the South in South Portico.
Portico, right.
Addition of the North Portico. Addition of the West Wing. Oval Office. So this all looks normal, right? Mm-hmm. Rose Wing, East Garden, total reconstruction, briefing room. Bill Clinton scandal. President Bill Clinton, his affair with Monica Lewinsky.
That's important because
That's important
of
for the building timelines. Yes.
Oh. Okay. Tell us what they built during that time.
Yeah.
Other than a cigar stand.
Muslim Brotherhood visit. Obama hosts members of the Muslim Brotherhood.
Okay.
They put all this on the
Tennis
website.
pavilion. Now we're back in the buildings, but those two had to be added in there.
Okay.
Cocaine discovered during Biden's administration. U.S. Secret Service agent discovered a small zippered plastic bag containing cocaine in the West Wing entrance lobby.
Yeah, didn't they pin that? Didn't they
Hunter
pin that
Biden.
from that it wasn't Biden?
No, they said that speculation has pointed to Hunter Biden, an admitted drug user.
Oh, okay.
Additional
now this
evidence was
is
in the
major
laptop.
events timeline. It's not major construction timelines. It's
Okay,
major events timeline.
And then the Trans Day of Visibility. Biden-Harris administration hosts transsexuals at the White House in 2023.
Nothing wrong with that.
North and South flagpoles. Rose Garden renovations. So now we're back into the renovations of the buildings. But why? Do you feel that...
You know why.
Yeah. And I was just like, okay, cool. What about the scandals on the Republican side? But I guess those don't matter in the major events timeline of the buildings that we have here. That they felt that they needed to add that in.
It's so manipulated.
I'm tired of living through historical events. I just want politics to be boring again. This is not fun. I'm so depressed. This is not fun.
No, you know what, Adrianna,
very hard.
If it was boring, there would never be a that's what they said.
But regardless of either side, regardless if you're a Democrat, Republican, even if it was flipped on the Republican side, that's still like
it's low.
It's gross.
It's
just
low.
gross.
It's scraping the bottom of the barrel. That you put that on a national website. That those topics are important in the national website
for the buildings, and then you're like, oh yeah, by the way, since everybody's worried about my ballroom, let's remind them about what Democratic scandals have happened, which I'm sure a bunch of Republicans.
Well, why didn't it show Epstein committed suicide? Why didn't it show any of that stuff?
Well, no,
add yourself
it
to
didn't
the
happen
list,
at the White House
because you're probably in the list.
Oh, well, and it's I think it's also pretty foul and disgusting that this new ballroom, should it ever be, erected, is going to be how much bigger than the actual White House itself?
It's feeling very Marie Antoinette.
Yeah, but
let them eat cake.
Yeah, wait,
did you hear anything about rumors about them possibly building a bunker under that?
Yeah, they are. Wait, do I? Is that? Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness, Jim Weezer.
Hi, Mr. Weezer. Want to come in? Come on in. It's the end of our show. Come on in, sir. Hi.
Good morning. Yeah, go ahead, take a seat.
Morning.
We'll turn the mic on.
He didn't know what he was walking into.
Yeah, it is our esteemed
I was gonna say,
chairman emeritus.
He might have heard what we just talked about, so I'll let him put on a headset.
Yeah, here.
Before I ask him if he's
heard.
If he's heard the updates.
Okay. You can do it that way. Yep.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh no, flip the other side. Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
Have a small head.
It's all right.
I was gonna say, did you?
Well, you know.
Did you see the updates on
Turn the other
the?
headphone around.
What's that?
No, go ahead. Put that on.
I know.
There you go.
Are you guys like broadcasting?
Yes.
Yeah, we're live.
We're finishing up the show. Yeah.
I was gonna say, did you see what has been posted on the White House government about the major event timelines of buildings, and then they decided to add Bill Clinton scandal, Obama.
Finding, you know, Hunter's alleged cocaine, you know, bringing the Muslim Brotherhood in.
Now, who did they put this at? Which agenda?
It's on the White House.
I'll show you. I'll
On the
show you
White
what
House.
we just talked about. So as you can see here on the TV, here's the major events timeline.
Oh, there it is.
Here's all the buildings, right? And then we continue on with the reconstruction. Bill Clinton scandal, Muslim visit, cocaine discovered, trans day of visibility. Which why don't put transgender? Why are we putting just that? I don't. Yeah, we're nitpicking here, aren't we?
Yeah.
But
and now we're back to the building after,
yeah, now
you
we're
know.
back to the building after those 4 little things that they decided was so important for people to know of.
Of course it is. What could be more important?
Yeah.
Other than redistricting.
Yeah. Hey, how about
We have you here now, so let's talk
yeah.
about that.
Did you hear
We gotta wait
Jennifer
for-
Ruth has announced she is running.
Yeah, we have to wait for Jim regardless. So we're good.
From what?
No, she has announced she is.
He's told you right there.
I know.
From what?
Really?
Yeah. No, she announced she's running against Frank again. So now it's going to be. We assume that Randy's going to do it again. You've got Barb Reglitz out in Porter County.
Right,
That's
I saw that
announced.
she formed the committee.
Right.
I saw that she done that.
Right, and so now Jen's running again.
You know,
Who's
when
going to
are
be
we
the most extreme? Is it going to be a cage match? Who's gonna outwing nut the other one?
on their side?
Yeah.
It's probably not over yet. I
think more people will get in.
I think so too.
Okay, yeah.
I do too.
Leva will try to run again, I'm sure.
I can't even. We have to create some honorary position for him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Aren't we sort of missing the focus of what government's about? There's nobody. Congress is done. They're shut down.
Yeah.
The state legislature is effectively shut down. Of course, it's part time.
Right.
But they're down. Are they getting called back to try to correct all the mistakes in SEA? And the havoc that's being created by that bill? No.
Nope.
We're gonna
Special.
go back.
Yep. To redistrict.
We're going to go back and redistrict because it's so damned important.
Yep.
It's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. It shocks the conscience.
How many years have you been involved in politics?
Too many.
I thought you were going to say 2, and I was going to about agree. I in matriculating out from the chairmanship, I happened to look at some stuff. I found some stuff, and I was fortunate enough to form the Highland Young Democrats in 1974.
Mm-hmm.
Wow!
So that
did
was
you guys have Nazi conversations?
So you have been involved 51 years,
yes,
pretty much.
Yes.
So during those 51 years of time, have you seen it worse than it is today?
No. Oh, no. There's no comparison. Actually, I'm going to do a podcast from here later that Jim and I talked about yesterday. I don't know if you saw what he wrote about Mitch Daniels.
No, I haven't.
Okay, he wrote an article where Mitch Daniels said, "Come on,
right?
A special session,
right.
Really?
Right?
We don't need this. We don't." And it got me to thinking about, without going into the thing, it just got me to thinking about more civil times, and that's more cooperative times when people got along. And I simply remember my dear friend Father Pat Kalich passed away.
Yes, so my dear friend too.
Pat and I were on the Campagna Academy's board for 24 years together.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Pat and I was on Principals Committee at Bishop Knoll with him. He was 2 years behind me at Bishop Knoll.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember an event that took place when the then new governor, Mitch Daniels, after 18 years, I think, of Democratic rule, and we were all living the high life back then, those of us that were Democrats, through Evans' terms and then through Frank's terms, and unfortunately he wasn't able to complete the one and all of that. I know.
We didn't take over your show, Jim.
We've invited him in.
We invited him in.
I saw him and I invited him.
Your time.
And threats of my life. So in any event, and I just remember it being a simpler time when he could come here, and it wasn't partisan politics, it was programs and policies. And there was a group of us that had a discussion, including Governor Daniels, and no matter what I thought politically, obviously I was upset we had lost this leadership position in the state for many years, but yet he was, in all my contact with him, he was always just a thoughtful guy.
Yeah.
Who actually seemed to me to care about policy and to care about people. So no, honest to God, it's just different now. It's so partisan. It's so ugly.
Juvenile.
Yeah, and that's what tends to happen in those kinds of situations. Yeah, certainly enjoyed those other times. Enjoyed the times, and when we all got along.
And we appreciate you sharing that. Our time actually has come to an end.
I figured.
And we don't want to offend our boss in there.
Yep.
Adrianna's boss. So we're going to wrap it up. We're going to thank you for tuning in. We want to thank Michelle for bringing her caravan, the seal, with her today. For those who wanted to call her a seal for her clapping. And Adrianna,
Caravan.
we want to thank Adrianna for not only being our co-host, but being our producer as well. We want you to stay tuned for Jim Weezer coming up with his podcast. And Jim Dietler will be back on the air. We'll be back next Tuesday.
Yup. See you guys then.
Introducing Powers Health, a health system with a new name and a strong legacy of caring for families in our community. One with a tradition of advanced specialized services and a vision for the future. One with a commitment to medical excellence and compassionate care. Everything we do, everything we believe, Powers Health.
Looking for a place to enjoy great food and great games? Head to Doc's Barbecue in Dyer. Indulge in Southern-style hickory smoked meats served in a fun, welcoming atmosphere. Want to catch the latest local Jet TV basketball games? Just ask and they'll have it on one of their 15 big-screen TVs. Whether you're here for the food, the fun, or the hoops, Doc's has something for everyone. Stop by Doc's Smokehouse on Calumet Avenue in Dyer, where flavor and sports come together.
Life's biggest challenges don't come with a warning. When legal issues arise, whether it's a car accident, personal injury, criminal charge, or representing you before municipal boards, you need a trusted advocate on your side. At Westland & Bennett, we listen first because your story matters. We provide strategic, personalized legal solutions to protect your rights, your freedom, and your future. Peace of mind starts with a conversation. Call 219-440-7550 today for a free consultation.
At Strachan Van Til, we believe grocery shopping should be simple. Now, shopping is easier than ever with our new and improved website. Find what you need fast. Browse your favorite products, add them to your cart, and check out in just a few quick steps. Choose between convenient in-store pickup or let us handle the heavy lifting. From our shelves to your doorstep. Skip the lines, shop your way, and spend more time on what matters most. With our rewards program, enjoy incredible savings and personalized offers every time you shop. Shop online now at strachanvantil.com or download our app today.
From the gas in your car to the heat in your home and the roads that you drive on, our work powers daily life. We are USW Local 71, the proud men and women of the Whiting Refinery. We're not just refinery workers. We're your friends and neighbors, raising our families here, shopping in the same stores, and cheering in the same stands. USW Local 71, powering the region because we are the region.